going on, y'all? You clean the house? Glad I had a good reason to take a break, girl. I'm glad I came on so you can get you a break. Cause honey, that housework ain't no joke. Okay, how you doing today, Miss Merida? Oh, and I went back and watched the video yesterday, and I had saw what you said. Just know that Tiana, I'm always on your side and praying for you and Grandma. Thank you, I appreciate it, and I don't think you against us. I don't think that. You never gave me a reason to think that you was against us. Hey, Lena. Okay. Hey, Bella. How you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. Hey, Lakeisha. Thank you for ringing the doorbell. I mean, me some pancakes. Oh, he did. Oh, tell Sarah I said thank you. How he doing? How he doing in school and stuff? Hey, Lena. That's good, Lena. Hey, Urban. Long time no see. How you doing? Pancakes, bacon, and sausage. One piece of bacon. That's good. I'm gonna have to go check my P.O. box. Thank you for letting me know. Cause I sure don't be going. Yeah, how you been doing? I had one piece of bacon too. Mm, it is good. What y'all got going on today? Y'all ring the doorbell for me. Hit thumbs up like that. Are you been catching up? Woo! You got a long way to go. You got a long way. Oh, he did. Oh, I'm so excited to see what it is. I can't wait. When it should be here. These some good little sausage, y'all. I got from Walmart. They call Lee something. They almost taste like They almost taste like Conecuh and Kelly's. Y'all probably don't know nothing about the Kelly's because they is here. But the Conecuh, y'all know about them. The Kelly's taste better than the Conecuh though. On Thursday, oh okay. Hey KY. Grandma doing good. Doing wonderful. You never heard of neither one? Where you from, Tiffany? What's good, Tika? Pancake sausage and one strip of bacon. That's all I had. But it's good though. I'm gonna make it last. Oh, you live in Kansas City? I think you and Tika in the same area. So what? So what's been new? Nothing. Nothing. You ain't been here since I've been in the new house. I got me a new house. Yeah. Me and my husband got us a house last year. So you missed that, I think. No, no grits today. I like grits. I eat grits, but I like pancakes and Belgian waffles and French toast. I think my number one is French toast. My French toast, homemade French toast, not the store bought. And then I think number two might be Belgian waffles. I love me some Belgian waffles. I like that soft bread. You like regular waffles or Belgian? Thank y'all for ringing the doorbell. Oh, they stock y'all lates? It ain't organic. You love French toast too? Yes. Oh, Belgian waffles. Okay. All right now. Yeah, I just like that softness of the bread. Hey, Joni. You like Belgian waffles too? Mm. What's going on, Lindane? I want to cook this up real quick so I can get on here with y'all and sit down and talk. Sit down and talk with y'all. I was like, well, no need them cooking it because y'all probably ain't want to see me cook no pancakes. And then they ain't feel like putting no clothes on. Cause baby, I was nightgown down. So I just throwed on me a shirt. No grits. I throwed on me a shirt and some sleeping shorts. And called it a day. Put my scarf on. I said, let me go on and do my video like this. I said, because so many people do when they just come and be doing their lives and stuff and they just be comfortable. Which, I don't know why I was thinking to myself, I just felt like I had to put some clothes on, but it just was part of the day. That's all it was, I think. I like your cooking. Thank you. Love your little group. Thank you. How long will they last? I can't tell you. I don't know. I know before I redid them, it was 2 weeks before I did my film. And I could have kept going, but that's normally how long you wait before you go get your nails did again anyway. So that's why I went on and did them. But yeah. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah. So yeah, it was just part of my day getting dressed. I ain't feel like putting on no clothes today. I ain't feel like putting on no makeup. I ain't feel like looking no edges. I ain't feel like doing none of that. So I was like, let me just go ahead and fix me something to eat and throw on some sleepers. Cause when I'm done, I'm finna edit and slobbing. That must be good, y'all. But yeah, when I'm done, I'm gonna edit and just chill today. Today gonna be my relaxed day, y'all, cause I've been going. What's up, Susan? Oh, why my nose running? Seem like every time I eat, my nose run. Y'all be like that when y'all eat. Do it seem like y'all nose run? Somebody seem like every time. There go my napkin over there. But yeah, so but yeah, I'm chilling today. I am chilling today. I ain't doing nothing but edit. Might cook and might not. I just been going, pushing myself to go. Pushing myself. Make these videos, just video. So it's been nothing but videos for like a month and a half straight. Probably longer than that. I'm just saying something right now, but it ain't spicy. It's just I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I do that. I just do that sometimes. T, you are entitled to have a blah day. We love you just the way you are. I love y'all too. Thank y'all. So yeah, chilling today. You get headaches from spicy food? Hmm. Oh Lord. And then she said, I got you. I got you, boo. I got you. Um, that might be the next one. That might be the next video because I can't decide what I want to, what I want, what I want to eat today. Cause yesterday I sure didn't feel like cooking, y'all. When I tell y'all I don't be cooking, I don't be cooking. I ain't cooked since I made them turkey wings and pig feet and stuff. And then I just cooked again yesterday. I don't be doing all that cooking like that. I'm chilling there. Okay. What? Chicken wings, rum. So, well, yesterday I cooked. Didn't feel like it, but I cooked. Because y'all know when I was doing my nails on, what's today? Thursday? What's today? Thursday? I ain't this week passing. So I did my nails today. I mean, not today, but the day before yesterday. Y'all know when I had did my nails day before yesterday, Baby told me something, what you gonna cook? And so since he was asking for something to eat, I just took out something to eat yesterday. Child, I took out 2 chicken breasts and 2 chicken wings. Y'all, to get Tiana to fix that for me. Forever what? Wait a minute, hold on, what? Wait a minute, hold on. I don't like red velvet cake, but I like me a chocolate cake. Bella knows she ain't get no red velvet, god dang it. The closest she got was that slice that was at dang on Golden Corral that day. So yeah, so I took out look, Joni, I took out two chicken breasts, two chicken wings. And then I'm like, dang, what I'm gonna make with it? I didn't want no French fries. I seasoned it up. Y'all know I was so sorry on this. Right? Oh, two-piece chop. Y'all know I ain't feel like cooking. I cook like that. So when I went in the kitchen to season it up, child, just throw some seasoned salt and some black pepper on it, right? And so they say, that's all you gonna put on there? I said, yeah. He told me, son, you ain't gonna put nothing else? I said, no. Child, I'm telling you, I ain't feel like cooking some. I had so he was in the kitchen, right? So I ended up having to put some more seasoning and stuff on there. So I put some mustard and all that other stuff on there. And so I say every time I have stuff on something or try to do it simple, you always got something to say. But when I be in here and be doing the most, you always got something to say. It's like I can't never win for losing with him. I didn't know they sell French fries, but I can't never win for losing with him. And so, like I told him, I said, you over here asking for meals and stuff now. I said, shoot, I wasn't even used to you asking for no meals. Because you used to be like, babe, you ain't got to cook. You ain't got to be doing all that cooking. You always want to do all that cooking. You always want to be doing all them big old meals when you could just do little simple stuff. And I just kept on doing me, you know. So now I ain't doing it. Now his ass want it. What you said? He usually say you ain't got to do right. So now he want me to do all that, and so I end up seasoning up the on chicken and stuff like that. So then I took that damn chicken, y'all, and I throw that chicken in the air fryer, baby. I put a little water in the bottom of that pan and put that chicken in that air fryer and let it bake and get crispy on top. Child, I was so glad that I had picked up them doggone 86 cent or 78 cent bags of mashed potatoes when we went to the grocery store last time. Remember them garlic mashed potatoes I showed y'all? Boil some water and throw them mashed potatoes in a bowl and whip them around and throw the little ranch dressing off up in there, a little black pepper and some butter. And boiled another pot of water and throw some sweet peas off up in there and throw a little salt and pepper in there, child, a little sugar, child. I know I ain't feel like cooking because my damn sweet peas ain't even have no sugar to them. But we ate, though. We ate us some baked chicken and some mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes, and some sweet peas. And then let me tell you what he gonna have the nerve to say. He just so ungrateful. Gonna have the nerve to say, talking about, you ain't made no gravy or nothing to go on the mashed potatoes. Damn, you want all that? So now I was thinking to myself, okay, okay. Have you did the oven fried chicken wings? Yeah, I did it. Let me tell y'all about that too because I found the trick to doing oven fried chicken. So anyway, well, I forgot what I was finna say, but let me go on to what you was talking about. So I found the trick to the oven fried chicken. Oh, what I was finna say was, now I see since I buy those instant mashed potatoes, those actually is good. The one that come in the bag, not the box. The ones that's in the bag with the flavors. Thank you. How you doing, Worldwide Ghost? But those instant mashed potatoes in the bag, those mashed potatoes is pretty good, delicious. So now that I buy those and he want gravy to go on top of them, baby, I be buying the instant gravy packs, keeping those in the cabinet. That way when I make stuff and he wants some gravy, okay, I got you, Mr. Hot Water it is, and whip it on, whip it on up. Shoot. Hey, Miss Deborah. Nope, I ain't use no baking powder. Doing all right, sipping, what you said, sipping back a few bills. Try, ain't no wrong with that. You made me just get the taste for one or something. Oh, I might go to my mama's house today. My mom probably sitting up here looking at me. Don't bring your ass over here. Don't bring your ass over here. I don't feel like being bothered today. I can hear now. So Anyway, yeah, that might be what I do instead of sitting in. I wanted to sit here and edit. I might. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:37. It's already feel like the day about over with to a person that just don't want to do a goddamn thing. It's 1:37. Oh, it's almost 2 o'clock. Child, I gotta get ready for bed tonight. I ain't got too much more longer to go. But anyway, what was I finna say? Oh, the chicken. Look, the chicken. Y'all know how y'all do my auntie. Look, my auntie, remind me to tell y'all about the chicken if I forget again. But anyway, so my auntie, she gonna come over here, right? And my auntie, no, I went over there. I went over there to visit her, and we was talking and stuff, and she was talking about, how what she do in her day and stuff like that. She told me something, cause at 3 o'clock, I gotta be back home so I can watch the judges. I'm like, the judge is child after 300. If you ain't did what you want to do with her before 3 o'clock, you through. Cause honey, she gotta be home to watch you watch the judges too. But anyway, so not a oven fried chicken. It's still not gonna taste like fried chicken, y'all. It's not, because y'all ring that doorbell for me, hit the thumbs up, the like button. Thank y'all for those of you that did ring that doorbell. But it's still not gonna taste like fried chicken, but it has a real good taste. Y'all know how I showed y'all the way that I like to make my famous fried chicken, where I use the cornstarch or flour, and I season up my chicken and stuff. And then I sprinkle some of the flour or cornstarch over it, and I mix it around until it have like a sticky consistency on the outside. Then you take it and put it in the air fryer like that. No, make sure you spray that rack of the air fryer. Then you take it and put it in the air fryer, and just, I can't remember if I missed the top of it with a little oil or not. But anyway, just spray the little top of the chicken if you want to with oil. And I put it in the air fryer on the chicken setting, and just let it go. And baby, when I tell you, that's what babe was looking for me to do to that chicken yesterday, talking, you ain't putting no flour on it. You ain't that chicken. No, it be good when you put the flour on it and put it in the air fryer, because it be so crispy and good, y'all. You got to try it like that. Don't just flour it like you flour chicken, like you finna deep fry it. I don't like it like that. Do that sticky batter on it. That way it all becomes one and crispy, and ooh, it's so good. So I ain't did it with the thighs or nothing like that yet, or chicken breast, but I did it with them chicken wings. Oh, it was so good, y'all. Support court, yeah, I could do with some fried chicken. Listen, don't we all? Can't we all? Cause I'm in there with you on that one right there. Now, gotta be crispy. Yes, I feel him. Give the sticky batter. Yeah. So I might do. I don't know what I'm cooking for dinner today. Honestly, I don't want to cook, but I don't know what I'm cooking for today. Oh no. I gotta get out of that. Don't want to cook. Let me tell you what he said last night to me. Yeah, because the air fryer is basically the same thing as an oven. It's just like an oven. Only difference is it cooks faster. That's all. But it cooks your food just like as if you put it in the oven. But let me tell y'all what he said to me last night though. They said, you gonna have to start back cooking. I said, why? I said, cause you ain't never tell me that I need to be cooking and stuff. I said, you weren't even complaining. I said, since he told me some since grandma gone, you don't even cook like that. When grandma was here, we were getting 3 meals a day, full meals. Now I don't even get that. So he told me something. I think grandma need to come on back home. Come on back home, right? So he was like, I got on the scale at work and I was down to 195. Well, he said no, down to one something. He said, but I was 200 and something. He told me some wintertime coming. I got to get my wintertime weight. weight back and stuff. I'm looking at him like, I know you ain't sitting over here. He was feeling himself, child. Which he still looked the same to me. But Bay was feeling himself, child, looking all thick up at the top. My husband had them. We was finna, I don't know what we were on. I think we were finna go somewhere. Or maybe he just had put this on this particular day, right? So Bay had them throwing on him some a white t-shirt, child, and his little necklace was hanging on top of his white t-shirt, and I was in here. I know I was on that side over there. I don't know if I in my closet. I don't know if I was putting on some clothes, but I remember I was in the mirror. And he had came walking through that doggone curtain, baby, and I had caught that reflection of him through that mirror. And I looked back, child. And that fine, dark, thick, handsome, bald head man was standing up there, child, and that chest looked a little puffy in that white shirt. Child, I like to faint it. Child, I like to faint it, child. I look back, I told Bay, I said, damn, Bay, you look good in that white shirt, because I hardly ever see Bay in white. And so I was like, damn, Bay, you look good in that white shirt. He was like, I just don't wear this color. I'm like, no, you look good. Like, he looked thick and everything. I was like, what's up, Chef Brooklyn? He looked thick and everything in that white shirt. I was like, damn, babe, you looking good, getting kind of thick and everything, child. So, honey, he asking to get back like that. I guess Bae must been getting him some damn compliments, honey. Bae gonna tell me something, he want to get his winter weight back. I said, okay, shit. So I guess I gotta start back cooking, y'all. I gotta get back in the kitchen so I can fatten them on back up. Thompson, that's what's gonna help keep me warm. No, baby, you don't need to be trying to keep yourself warm. I'm doing that good enough. Okay. Shit. I'm talking about keeping warm. I got this part, that part. Hey, Levels. So you can hibernate. Yes, child. Baby, little child. My baby proud of that little weight there. Shit, they say, honey, what happened? We gotta get back on the ball. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to pop y'all back up, right? Baby, you gotta get with the program, is what he's saying. That's okay. Hey, Miss Glow. I'm doing good. Sure. Hey, Mo Thomas. So yeah. Oh, so did you play all your money back yesterday? Did y'all enjoy bingo? For those of you that was over on Sofa Teacher, did y'all enjoy bingo yesterday? I stopped in for a few little seconds. I really wasn't trying to stay or nothing like that. I just came through to say hey, cause I seen y'all was on live. Child, I was in my bath water yesterday when I was talking. Stopped by and to say hey to y'all. Child was sitting there giving me a good soak on. I needed that soap and that Epsom salt and some bubbles. It definitely helped my back though. I can tell you that because when I woke up this morning, I ain't have no pain at all. Thank you Jesus for that. But that Epsom salt did some good. Fried chicken wings, shrimp, fried rice. Ooh, that sounds so good. That's what you cooked today? Some shrimp fried rice. Ooh. And I can make that too. Only thing is I ain't got no rice. I need me some day old rice. I ain't got none of that. Ooh, I might make thank you for that idea. Chef Brooklyn, thank you for that idea, Chef. I appreciate that idea. Thank you. Appreciate that one. You came through for me just then, didn't even know it. What I cooked today, I made some breakfast. It was all As always, I should have taken my winnings and stopped. Dang! Don't tell me you lost the bet, girl. So, y'all played for a good little while yesterday, didn't y'all? Simple meal today. Build your own subs with bacon. Oh, so what kind of meats that you got for that? The breakfast looks so good, God. Was so good the other day, girl. You be throwing down. Thank you, Bunny. I be trying to. Bunny, you look like you new. Welcome to the family, Bunny. Y'all welcome Bunny. What I say? Malam to the family. All the time, Chef Brooklyn. Oh, turkey and ham. Okay. What kind of toppings you got? Hey, Peggy. Oh, sorry about that. You had to bury who? My 40-year-old. She passed away unexpectedly and then found out my favorite uncle is in ICU. I'm so lost. I miss my baby girl. Oh man, I am so sorry about that, Peggy. Y'all keep Peggy Sue in y'all prayers. Oh man, I won a couple times. I won a couple what and lost it. I gotta learn when to stop. She's still a great bingo host. Listen, Susan, you can't be going to be winning the winners and then be losing the winners at the same time. Now you over there sounding like babe. Shit, I be done played $5 and won 40, baby. I'm through. I be done strike rich that night. $40 in the good off of $5. Can't ask for more. Y'all don't know. Just oh yeah, I didn't know it was yesterday though. Bay was telling me that he had passed away. I thought he had been passed. Hey Kathy, how you doing though? Did they say what he passed away from? I don't want that sausage. I hate that sausage for lunch if I wanted or something. Chef, the bacon is a must. Little razzle dazzle, keep that sub to another level. Okay, Tiffany. But have you tried the submarine sauce on the sub? It's like it's like a it's almost like a Italian dressing, but not Italian dressing. But it comes in that bottle, and you can get it from Walmart. Do y'all notice? Tiana, on what? Tiana, I'm trying this time. I heard it was good. Did you ever go on your shopping spree with the lottery ticket winners that you won? Yeah, put that money back in my purse and went over there to that. Matter of fact, we went to the outlet after that. Child, did you watch the video, girl? Girl racked up on that dough. I might have a little, put a little something, something with it, but you know, that was the best winnings ever when you think you're losing. He was only 51. Oh, I didn't know that. Be so excited to keep going. No, that's what I'm wondering. Hold on, what y'all talking about? Shelter bacon. Oh, I saw that. Tiffany, what was we talking about? You heard was good. Oh, the submarine sauce. I almost forgot, girl. Yeah, the submarine sauce is good. Girl, you ain't know I struck big, girl. Girl, you gotta go back and watch that video, girl. Girl, I thought I wasn't gonna win, girl, but I had done hit lottery on that there child. We had to go down to Tallahassee to catch that ticket there. Mm-hmm. $250 last week. Oh Lord Jesus, I don't know if I could lose that much money like that. Tiana making a loaded sub with all the. Ooh, that sounds so good. Yes, girl, you got to see it, girl. What you said? You be bagging me up. I love your accent. You are so real. Thank you. Thank. Oh, I be cracking you up. That's what you were trying to say. Thank you. I can't hear it, but I know my accent is just so. I know it's thick. Dang. Hold on, y'all. It's getting a little. Seems like it's getting a little dark in here. Lighting is okay, right, y'all? I really don't want to turn the light on, but if I need to, I will. Is lighting okay? Yeah, that was a nice winning, Lena. Hey, USICFUC. Welcome to the family. So yeah, y'all need a light. Okay. Hey, Miss Josephine, how you doing? So yeah, yeah, I don't want to turn the light on for real, cause child, they talking about. Let me. Okay, that's good. Y'all can see me. Cause let me tell y'all why I don't want to turn these lights on. Child, they gonna have the nerve to say that I don't know if it's Alabama or Dothan. Talking about some, we the only ones that ain't went up. Talking about they the only ones that ain't went up on the electricity, and gas is high, and they ain't went up on the electricity. They the only ones that ain't went up on it. I said to myself, they don't think about that shit when they the only ones that ain't around here giving out no damn stimulus checks. They ain't the only ones that they don't think about that shit when they the only ones that's behind damn time. They don't think about that shit when they was the only ones that wasn't selling alcohol on Sundays. They don't think about that shit when they the only ones around here ain't got nothing for us to do. They want this shit to be like a retirement city or something. They don't think about that shit when they just the only ones, when they the only ones when it ain't got nothing to do with the damn money. But now, since everybody else around here raising, I guess, light bills and shit like that, oh, now they want to do the same thing because they the only ones that ain't did it. What you need to raise light bills for when y'all ain't only ones gave us no damn. They the only ones that denied for folks to have some food stamps around here when they getting around them food stamps. I don't think people here in Alabama had got those food stamps. But Florida, they giving it to them. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, Florida, they do the people right down there in a way. I guess they say they got to give them something, you know. But for the Alabama, they ain't right here getting them folks none of that. I know that they had got them food. I believe Florida had been getting the PEBT food stamps all the while, right? But I don't think Alabama getting them because I was talking to my cousin and she was saying that she got them last year. So if they was getting them anytime this year, then she must ain't got them. But they don't think about that shit right there when they the only ones ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? But now they the only ones ain't went up on the light bill. They want to go up on the light bill. This is not the time for y'all to be talking about going up on people's electricity and stuff because we barely around here can pay the damn rent. They going up on the rent. They ain't think about that shit. They going up on rent. Rent is getting ridiculous. You know, food is ridiculous. Gas prices is ridiculous. And now you want to go up on the electricity? Child, we going to be around here living off the land. Y'all, it's getting ridiculous. Somewhat I do like Florida governor. Hold on. Are we getting another still? I don't know. We need 100. Alabama is getting PEBT now. Oh, is they? If they is, I don't know nothing about it. I think on Monday, so they say. Hey Diane. Hey, I don't know if you saw my message yesterday, but I was telling you we lost Shayna. Hold on, hold the hell. Wait a minute, goddamn. Wait. Go, my baby was on. Oh, oh man, not. Oh man, oh man. Oh Jesus, no. No, not Shayna. Oh man, no. Oh no, not Shayna. I was just thinking about Shayna the other day. I was wondering what Shayna was at, cause I was thinking to myself, I'm like, Lord, I hope Shayna ain't mad with me or whatever. You know how people just fall off sometimes. And I was thinking about her. I was like, where is she at? Because I haven't seen her. And I know Shayna would have emailed me or something. Oh my goodness. I didn't. Oh man. No, not Shayna. Not Shayna. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, Miss Diane, about that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Miss Diane. Miss Diane, email me and email me, Miss Diane, at Tiana underscore I can only be me at hotmail.com. What have I know she just email me. Well, email me. Cause she had told me something and about the sports thing. She had told me, I'm not gonna mention it because I don't know if you want anybody to know, but she had told me something about the sports thing. Dang. Oh my goodness. Not Shayna. Oh my dang, that just Lord Jesus. Y'all remember Shayna, right? Shayna, what was her name on here? Shayna, dang, I can't think of the whole thing. But dang, y'all know who Shayna is. Remember she was telling y'all to keep her dad and how your husband doing? Hey Tamika. Yeah. Unknown brat. That was her right there. Dang. Y'all. Dang, Miss Diane. Wait a minute. Diane. Dang, I am so sorry about that, Miss Diane. Lord have mercy. And she was a good little girl. She was so good, y'all. And had a good heart, y'all. Shayna had a good heart. Dang. That's crazy. Yup, that's exactly why. That is so crazy though. Dang. I promise you, I swear I just thought about her. Dang. Ooh, Lordy. What's going on, Lean? Dang. I know Shayna was a good person. Shayna used to, I'm telling you, I go missing. Dang, y'all, I'm trying not to cry, okay? But anyway, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But anyway, I remember days I didn't even get on YouTube. Sorry, y'all. And when I went missing, I couldn't be off YouTube a couple of days. And Shayna, she gonna message me, "Is you okay? What's going on? I'm not used to seeing you." And I'm praying for you. Like anytime she, needed to talk to somebody, she messaged me. I got this going on. Will you pray for me? And I got that going on. Will you pray for me? Like, y'all, Shayna was a good person. Yeah. I know that's one of the main people that always checked up on me. She always did. And so when she hadn't been checking up or hadn't been emailing me, I know she should have been emailing me for something. I don't care if it's just to say, "Hey, she gonna email me." And I haven't heard anything from y'all since y'all had sent the grandma her bubble gum, remember? And I haven't heard anything from y'all since then, so that's why I was worried. Thank you, Tamika. Whew. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Boy, I tell you, life is short. I'm telling you, you just don't know. You be here today, you gone tomorrow. That's why you gotta be good while you're here on earth. I'm telling you, because you just don't know. That day that you think that you just want to cut a fool and show out and be ugly to people just might be that same day that God decided to just take you on home. And you just never know. You just never know. You really don't know. I know it. It's just, I know for a fact I've been wondering about her though. I just know I've been wondering about her, and I didn't know what happened. I did not know what happened. Jesus. Right? Yeah. I live in Delaware though. I'm new to here about. And then it used to be funny. She used to tell me, and she say, "Tiana, will you show me how to cook this so my daddy can cook it because my mama she sure can't cook." I used to love when she used to say that. I'm like, yeah, Shayna, I'll show you how to make it. Oh, I'm so glad you opened up the phone today. Not able to be a sugar boo right now. That's okay, Miss Bridget. Lord Jesus. But God, He made no mistakes though. You know, we can't question why the Lord do what it is that He do, because God don't make no mistakes. And He know what's best. You know, He know what's best. Whether we see is best or not, but it be for the best. So, thing that we gotta do is just say, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Because whatever it is that whoever it is going through, they ain't got to worry about suffering no more. They ain't got to worry about, living in this crazy world no more. And, we sit here and we cry about them, but they just might be happy, you know. Yeah, she cooking in heaven now. Yep. So I remember they had went in there and they had cooked something. Her and her daddy, they went in there and they had cooked something together that I had showed her how to make. And I want to say it was the chicken dressing, because she wanted me to show her how to make some chicken dressing. And so I want to say it was some chicken dressing, and her and her daddy had went in and they made the chicken dressing together, and she said it turned out good. So, hey, Miss Lynette, I will. So true. I lost my mother at 87 in July from COVID. And it's crazy that, especially when we have to lose them from the COVID, it's crazy. It's crazy that, people just so evil in this world. People just so evil in this world. And I feel like that was a man created thing. That's why I said people so evil in this world. And we got to lose our loved ones to something that somebody created, and lose our own life. One day we and gone to. That's why I always try to be fair and not hold grudges, because life is way too short. We are losing our loved ones left and right. That's why everyone needs to get right. Exactly. Tamika. So sad. Sending my condolences and prayers, Miss Anna. May God be with you and your family through the sad time. Yes. Yeah. But it's sad. It is so sad. It's so sad. The times is these days it's getting crazy. Hey, Miss Angela Tiana just got out of the hospital yesterday. One of the nurses asked me why I was watching YouTube, and I told her I watch because they are family. Oh, see, and that's the thing. And see, I be getting that a lot lately, and that be motivation for me to keep on pushing, to keep on you know, doing what it is that I do here on YouTube, because it's so many people that come and they message me and they let me know, Tiana, I'm so glad that you made a video today, because I was really in a deep, dark place, or I really had been depressed, or I really have not been myself, and just watching you put a smile on my face. Girl, you get me to laughing all the time. I thank you for just putting a smile on my face, and that makes me feel good, y'all. Even when I feel sometimes like, you know, there's days that I do feel like I don't want to do YouTube or whatever. And when I get messages like that, that's just what helps me keep on going and keep pushing, because I'm out here making a difference in somebody's life. Whether or not everybody ain't gonna like me, but there are some people that really appreciate me and love me for me being me, and just that, just that. So, that's why I keep on going, cause of that. And it's like, If I didn't have no other reason to keep on making these videos, that's a good enough reason right there, is that I'm helping a lot of people, you know. And it's hard to find somebody on YouTube that you really like to watch and you're going to watch all the time and you be waiting to watch their videos every day. See, that's the type of viewers that you want. You want people that going to love you for you, support you regardless of what, that's positive, that's that's praying for you to do good and have something and be something in life. Somebody that is waiting for every video that you is posting. Somebody that is there for every single video, no matter short or long, or whatever, live or not, they there. And that's the type of people that you need in your corner when doing YouTube. That's what you need. So I'm thankful for all y'all that really support me in that way. I so love how genuine you are. Have a good heart, and it's hard to find people like you. I love watching your channel. You don't do all the drama like all the rest these YouTubers keep bringing. Nope. I'm definitely not doing that. As long as it is positive, right? And see, I do positive stuff, and you know, um, I get on here and do stuff like, people like, oh, you shouldn't have did this, or you shouldn't have said that. But I'm the type of person where I like to joke too. You know what I'm saying? So I love to joke a lot. So you have to like really get to know that side of me. I don't really show it a lot on here, but I do. I like to joke a lot. I like to kid and have fun. Yes, you touched my heart when you talked about your grandmom. It was like that message was for me. You just don't know how you made me feel good. Oh, thank you, Miss Bunny. Yes, 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 yes. So, but yeah, I'm all for positivity. I get on here and I cuss a mug. I ain't trying to act like I'm holier than thou or nothing like that. But I do love the Lord. I do know the Lord, and I do serve the Lord. Um, but I'm not Christian like that, like most people is, and I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm just feel like I'm just me. I can't be nothing else. I can't pretend. I can't get on here and pretend like I don't be cussing and all that stuff like that. That's hard to do. Trying to be something that you're not. Trying to change for somebody else. I can't change me. The more I try not to do something, it's like the more I do it. Honestly. So I might as well just go on and do it. I don't say the roughest of the roughest cuss words, because you got some people that get on here and they just talk and they mouth is just really just 50. Like every word is bitch this. Like they even talking to you, bitch. Like I don't, when I'm talking to somebody, I'm definitely not gonna call you no bitch. Definitely not. Like that to me, I don't care if friend, no friend. That's disrespectful to me. In my eyes, it's disrespectful. When I know it's just it's slang for some people, but it's just like when you don't use that word like that, you will understand where I'm coming from. That it's not. It's why would you want to sit and have a conversation with a friend or no friend, and y'all calling one another bitches? Like I don't get it. And then you know, the f bomb. I use it as well. I use the f bomb, but not like that. That ain't one of my favorite words. Now I might damn you and shit and all that MF you or something like that. I might do that, but I don't use the rough or the rough cuss words unless I might be mad or something like that. But I cuss. I cuss. I drink. I do me. You know. So at the end of the day, it's either people gonna take you for who you is or they ain't. You know. You gotta kind of sometimes in a way you do have to censor yourself, on here, but As far as me trying to be somebody that I'm not, I can't do that. Hey, Pumpkin. Oh, I know, Miss Bunny. That's all that matters. That is all that matters. The best part about the easiest thing for you to do on YouTube, well, the best thing for you to do as being a content creator on YouTube is just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just it is what it is because at the end of the day, everybody ain't gonna like you any day. Anyway, at the end of the day, um, you know, people still gonna talk about you. At the end of the day, whether you're doing good or bad, they gonna find something. I don't care if they had to talk about these damn curtains and these pictures up here on this wall, or the way I got the scarf tied on my head. Like you shouldn't use a lady. You shouldn't be going in public or on videos with that on your head like that. You should be looking at least this type of way or that type of way. No, you. That's what you need to do. If you feel so much about it, that's what you need to do, not me. I'm happy with how I am. Don't worry about what people say. You're all good. You're a good person. I am. This is totally disrespectful. Don't talk to my friends that way, nor would I allow you to talk to me that way. Yep. Yep, I know I am. I know I am. It's just that a lot of people they don't want to see that in you because there's something about you that they don't like. And like I say, I know I got ways about me that people ain't gonna like, but it is what it is. It is it is what it is. I can't make everybody happy. I can't. So for the ones that know who I am and accept me for me, hey, we best buddies. Give me some, give me some. Wow. I ain't got time for all the rest. Cause people be wanting you to get on here be acting. They do what they really be looking for you to do. When they want you to change who you is, they want you to act fake and phony. I ain't got time for that. Cause time I get up here and start gossiping about somebody, oh they'll be all for it. Nope. Mm-mm. No ma'am. But anyway, y'all, I came on to spend a little power hour with y'all. What you said, you are genuine. You should start doing classes on how to start on YouTube and how to edit. I don't know how to do all that. I can't do that. It's enough people on here doing that already. I can't start no class on how to edit, how to do a YouTube, how to nothing about no YouTube. I can't do no class on because I really don't know myself. I just wing it and be good at what I already know how to do, and that's it. All that extra stuff, I don't know. I can't teach you nothing at all. Hell, I be over here trying to learn myself how to do this and that. And it's too much. It really is. There's no handbook that comes with YouTube. It's just you get on here and you start running really. Thank you. Yep, you get on here and you just start running. So, and you learn along the way. You learn how people is. I'm telling that's how my journey was here on YouTube. I learned how people is. I've learned how the good and bad people. Basically the bad people. You learn them real quick. Um, and you learn about other YouTubers as well, how they can be, and you know that's why in the beginning, like, okay, so first starting out, like, in the beginning I thought that you know um collabing is what you're supposed to do, right? But I didn't know that people collab just to get views up. I honestly and thought collabing was like a buddy buddy thing. That's what I thought what collabing was. I didn't know. I honestly and truly I could say I did not know that that was what collabing was all about. Just like just like for a long time, I didn't know that people actually get paid on YouTube. This like in the beginning of me watching it, I didn't know. I didn't know that when you hit the subscribe button, I used to thought you had to pay to hit the subscribe button. I didn't know. I did not know. So, you know, it's a lot of things I didn't know. And so then when I made my We Love You Tiana, your hubby and grandma, just like our chat family. Thank you, Peggy. We love you too. But yeah, you know, my first video here on YouTube, I just did it. I just recorded myself doing something. And I was like, I'm gonna just put it on. I'm gonna put it on YouTube. But I don't even know what I thought, y'all. I don't even know what I thought when I posted my first video, because when I posted my first video, my thought process wasn't, "Oh, I'm finna be a YouTube creator." You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my thought. I don't know what it was. I don't know what made me do it, honestly and truly. I don't know. I don't know. I just did it. And just like I used to tell y'all back then, I could have chose any name for me here on YouTube that could have been way more catchy. But I didn't know nothing about having catchy names and stuff. I didn't know about that. But what came to me was, Tiana, I Can Only Be Me. And at first it was all put all together. And so I was asking this particular YouTuber one time about that, because I was like, I want my name to be searchable if, you know, somebody try to come and find me. I was like, so how do you think I should what do you think my name should be, or how do you think I should do my name in order for my name to be searchable? And so this particular YouTuber was telling me, oh, just change your name. I was like, I don't want to change my name. I want my name to be like it is. But, you know, everybody ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? And so um, I decided to just keep my name like it was and just space it out. And then when I thought about the catchy part of it, that's when I added vlogs to my name. So and for me to come up with Tiana, I Can Only Be Me, I was like, I don't even know what made me come up with that name, but I'm glad that I did, because that's just who I am, you know. So yeah, but I didn't think of being a YouTuber. I probably would have never thought I was still on YouTube this long. Like, I really can't tell y'all what made me really get into it. That's why I tell y'all, if you want to do it, just do it. You ain't gonna know how you gonna like it. You ain't gonna know how it's gonna go until you start doing it. You just got to do it to see if it's something that you gonna like. You know, it's way different from just making a video and leaving it on your phone or sharing it with your family. It's not just that. It's way more than just recording a video and posting it and uploading it. It's way more than that. And a lot of people, they try to say, oh, if you is real, or you being yourself, then you ain't got a lot of editing to do. No, you don't know then, because there is still a lot of editing to do, whether you is being yourself or not on the video, because you got to first piece that video together. And a lot of times we say it's a lot of editing. I'm going to explain that part too. On my part, I don't know about nobody else, but on my part, I say it's a lot of editing, because for one, if you making a video longer than 20 minutes, you can expect that video 9 times out of 10, if you ain't got no good upload, you know, system. First of all, you got to download that video to your computer. Then you got to upload that video after you download, right? So if you download, when you first download the video, it may take from 2 hours to a whole day to just save it to your computer. So that's part of editing. Then, you know, to put it together, it may take you maybe like 3-4 hours just to edit that video, because you might be, okay, you got to piece it together. You might got to take out of something. You might got to take something out that you didn't notice that you put in the video. Maybe something that you said, maybe that you noticed something was showing in the house or in the store that you don't want nobody to see. Maybe a tag, license plate, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody's picture in the background. It's always something that you got to remove out of a video when you record and you're not noticing that you adding to it because you just recording. So you got to, take some things out. Then, you got to go in and you got to, sometimes you may have to put the music to the video. So now you have to spend time on YouTube or on whatever app that you got trying to find the music. Then you got to create your thumbnail. Then you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to upload those. Might have to, like me, sometimes I have to take my pictures and send them to my email because my phone act crazy and I can't, create my thumbnail on my phone. So I have to send it over to something else and I have to create my thumbnail on my other phone. Like, it be a lot behind editing, y'all. And so it's not about you being yourself. You don't have to edit as much. No, it's what you want to do to your video to make it more attractive to people. To catch their attention, to make the quality, the way it look. Like, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So, but you don't think about none of that when you get in. That USICFUC, is that you, Lonnie? Hey, Veronica. So yeah, y'all, it's a lot to yes, people these days are something else. They're trying to start off genuine, but as the money start rolling in, they change and everything is so secretive. Okay, so everything is so secretive. Um, you got to look at it like this too. I know that you say that when a person start making money, they change. Okay, it just depends on how you seeing it. They change, maybe for the bad or for the good. You cannot look for a person to be stagnant. You cannot look for them to be stagnant. They're going to change as the money start coming in, because you got to think about, maybe it's more that they doing. Uh, you know, sometimes people never had money like that, so it's like they just start spending, and in y'all eyes, oh, you just doing too much, you spending too much. But you got to think about, we done came from where we ain't had nothing to now we got something, and now we can spend money like that. You know what I'm saying? And until you get in your mind, oh, I don't need to be spending my money like this, I need to save my money. You know what I'm saying? You going to probably have that habit of spending like that because you never was able to buy for yourself like that. Okay, so you can't get mad for a person changing in that kind of way where they just spending. And you got people that get jealous because they can't do that, but they see them doing it, and and we is out in the open with a lot of things. Okay, so then you say getting secretive. Then people say getting secretive. Um, I think the bigger that you get, I think the more stuff that you start to learn to hold back and keep to yourself, instead of when you were smaller, we really ain't got much to hide. But as you get bigger, you do have more to hide because you have more people that's out there that's looking for you. People actually look for you. These, y'all don't realize that the people here on YouTube make us start holding back stuff, make us start being secretive. You know what I'm saying? Make us change on y'all. They do. They make us change on y'all. We come open and ready to share our life with y'all. But then as we get into YouTube, we start learning, oh, I can't tell this. Oh, I can't show that. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I got to change that. We learned that. We learned that because y'all teach us that. But we learned that because y'all teach us that. But we don't know that coming firsthand out of where we come from, jumping onto YouTube. We don't know that. We don't know, oh, when you get on YouTube, don't talk about your, if I'm gonna tell y'all like this, honestly and truly. In the beginning, if I would have known better, I never would have even had my grandma in none of my videos at all. I wouldn't have had my grandma in none at all, because it's too much. Sometimes it's too much backlash that I get back just from putting her on here, because of the way that people think and the things that people try to say to you that's going to tear you down, and they don't know that they kind of, you know, in a way they hurt your feelings because they really don't understand where you really come from. You know what I'm saying? And they only doing it to hurt your feelings, and that's where you got to get that in your head. Sometimes they only saying that just to hurt your feelings. It ain't you, it's them, you know. And so, you know, a lot of stuff that I like, several things that I know that I share, I probably wouldn't even be doing if I wasn't doing it from the beginning. And that's why I made it the conscious decision. Now I'm not gonna be adding my grandma in the videos like that no more. See, my grandma is in a new phase in her life and different things that's going on. She's healthy, but she's not as healthy as she was then as she is now. And I don't need for nobody to be on there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, your grandma, look at your grandma this and your grandma that, and ooh, I noticed this about you. I ain't got time for that. Because see, that's touchy when it comes to, you know, when you want to go messing with me like that. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that, you know, I took care of my grandma, right? I took care of her. But I didn't want to have to get rid of her. I made a decision to do that was healthy for me and her. What was best for me and her. And a person that don't give a fuck about you, they don't care nothing about that. They're not gonna care. Only thing that they want to do is try to pick apart every little thing that you have done. You ain't finna pick me like that, because at the end of the day, I know what I did. I know what I did was best for me, and I know what I did was best for her, and it helped us get back to a happy space in our life. And so, you know, I'm not finna do that. And people don't realize, by me having to make that decision to do that in the beginning, and sometimes still now, I grieve my grandmother. I do. Just like my grandmother, she probably grieved being with me. And just as well, I grieved at one point in time my freedom. Just as well as my grandmother. She grieves missing being able to be mobile and do things on her own. And that's what I had to learn. And I'm glad my auntie had told me, because now I know. You know, we was having a discussion, and I was talking to her, you know, at that time about how I was feeling and how grandma was feeling, and, you know, and stuff like that. And she was like, people don't realize that you grieve more than one way. You grieve more than a death. You grieve when you had something that you had before, and then you lose that. You grieve being able to do things that you used to be able to do, and you can't do it no more. You grieve people that's not in your life no more. You grieve in all different type of ways, and people don't understand that it's grieving. They don't understand that that's what they're doing. And I thank her for telling me that, because now I see that I really was grieving my grandmother a lot of times, because my grandma, she was my company, she was my entertainment, she was my something to do. That was my baby. I love my grandma. Me and my grandma was like this. But it's just like, it was so much on me and so much going on. It started separating us a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was separating us, and I didn't like that, because I always been there for my grandma. I always was. To me, I was a grandma's baby, even if I wasn't her granny baby, but I was her baby. She was my baby. I'm gonna put it like that. She was my baby. Like, I love my grandma. It wasn't nothing that I wouldn't do for her. You know, I was the one that always spent time with her. I was always the one that took her to do things. I was always the one that was there. That was me before her even living with me. That was just me and her relationship. You know, I always did something. I always. It ain't nobody. That's why I said, ain't nobody got to never tell me, oh, do this, oh, do that. Spend time with your grandma, love on your grandma, enjoy your grandma, buy things for your grandma, just whatever. Take your grandma to see things. Nobody never had to tell me that, because that's just what I already did anyway. And so, you know, just like going out of town. I never tried to send my grandma to go and be with somebody else to watch over her or anything like that, because anytime we went anywhere, I learned that I had to make those adjustments for her. That way she can come and be with us when we go and do things that, you know, somebody else probably wouldn't even take their grandmother to do. But anytime we went out of town, I don't care if me and my husband was just on our vacation, whatever, my grandma was there. But I never try to leave her behind. And one thing I told my grandma, I was like, Grandma, I'm gonna show you things that you never got a chance to see before. And that's what I tried to do. I didn't have much money, but I did what I could to try to show my grandmother things that she never saw before, because my grandma never went out of town. My grandma never been to places. My grandma never did nothing. She really just stayed in her hometown at her house with her kids doing nothing. So I didn't want that for her. I wanted her to see things she never saw before. I wanted her to experience things she never experienced. I wanted her to eat things that she never ate before, couldn't afford to eat and stuff. I tried to give her that, being with the little money that I had. I tried to give her that. And I did as best as I could. And my grandma, she thanked me for all of that, because I did a lot for her that nobody else thought to do for her. You know? So at the end of the day, I know I did good by her regardless of what anybody else would think about me. I don't care what nobody got to think about me, because I know what I did and all the years I have done whatever I did for my grandmother. See, y'all only see this little piece. You see what I'm saying? From the little time she was here on YouTube. That's all y'all ever saw. Y'all never saw all the years before that. Y'all ain't seen none of that. And y'all really still ain't seen everything, even with her being on YouTube, because you only see a little portion of a person's life. Yeah, you could piece this piece and this piece and this piece together, but you still ain't got my life. You still ain't got that, because right now to this day, I don't care how many of y'all see me right now. If you see me in person, you probably like, oh, she might be a little different than being on YouTube. I thought she was this way, but she that way. You don't know me like that. You thought you knew me, but you don't know me like that. You know? So, yeah, but it's a lot that y'all don't see. But at the end of the day, like I said, I know I did good. And I'm proud of what I did. And I have no regrets on nothing at all. No decisions that I've made. No nothing. Because at the end of the day, anytime I try to make a decision for her, I try to make the best decision that I can possibly make. And one thing that people don't know is, whenever you is put in control over making decisions over somebody's life, that's the hardest thing that you can do. That's the hardest thing you could ever do, but you would never know that until you have to be the one to do it. And I didn't know that it would be this hard having to make a decision. But I thank God that He was in the midst of it all and helped me to make the decision that I made. That's why I knew I made a decision, because God opened doors. When God help you do something, you ain't never got to worry about whether it's the wrong decision or not. But yes, I did still come on here and I cried with y'all. Yes, I did come on here still and I complained and talked about certain things with y'all. But that's because I wanted to make sure that I was doing the right thing, because I was making a decision over somebody's life. And also, I got rid of my grandmother and it hurted me, at first, because that's what I didn't want to do. But I made the best decision, the best decision. And I'm glad that I made the decision that I made. And she's glad I made the decision that I made, because I feel like honestly and truly, if my grandmother would have stayed here, she probably wouldn't even be here right now to this day. Because my grandma is not the type of person that just like to she like to sit in her room and sit on the side of the bed and watch her TV and eat her snacks. But with her having to lay in that bed and can't do nothing, can't get up, can't move if she wanted to, she got to the point where she didn't even want to watch TV no more. She didn't even want to come out the room no more. She didn't even want me to get her up out the bed no more, to even put her in the wheelchair. And then day in and day out, she crying and hollering and yelling for me to just sit in that room with her. That's not what I wanted for her. I wanted better for her. I didn't want her to just be laid around feeling feeling like don't nobody love her, or worrying about her kids and stuff like that. That's not there for her. But now she's getting physical activity. Now she's getting the aid, that the assistance that she need through nurses and stuff. Now she's getting out and she having fun time. See, she couldn't have all that here. I tried to give it to her, but it wasn't enough, because there was only so much that she can do here in this house. So by her being in a facility, it's more that she can do. And then on top of that, giving me a break and now breaking me down. And like I tell y'all now, okay, I say that I'm telling y'all about back pain all the time, and I'm telling y'all that it's because of old age kicking in. But who's to say that there's old age kicking in? My back could be hurting me from picking her up every day, putting her in the wheelchair and having to roll her over and change diapers and all kind of stuff like that, pulling and tugging on her, not knowing that I was really hurting myself until I had to stop. And now all my pain that I probably should have been feeling then, I'm feeling now. You see what I'm saying? And so I could have hurt myself doing that. But see, don't nobody care nothing about that. Don't nobody care nothing about Tiana. Don't nobody care nothing about me. Don't nobody care nothing about me being a healthy me. Don't nobody care nothing about me being well enough to be well enough for her. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Don't nobody care nothing about that. Only thing they care about is, oh, you shouldn't have did your grandma like that. You should have been trying to take care of your grandma. You shouldn't let your grandma go. You should have been doing your grandma like that. You know, just trying to get your grandma money. You just trying to do this. You and your grandma, you just over there mistreating your grandma. You just worrying about yourself and your husband. You goddamn right I'm worrying about me and my husband. You goddamn right. Because at the end of the day, if I don't worry about me and my husband just might decide one day pick up and just leave my goddamn ass. And then what you gonna say? Oh, yeah, look at you. You done just been taking care of your grandma. And now your husband just done left. You just been mistreating your grandma. You don't even cook for your husband no more. You don't even worry about him. You probably don't even get no sex no more. Y'all just don't do nothing together. You don't think about all that when you was thinking about grandma. You know, I have a life too. That's my grandmother. My grandmother got 5 kids that don't care at all. My grandmother have other grandchildren that don't care. But I had to be the one. I did what I could. I did what God sent me out on a journey to do. And God wanted that to be over with. And I continued to try to do what he didn't want me to do, but it wasn't gonna work. I wasn't gonna be happy, because that's the God was trying to let me know, Tiana, your job is done. Let's go head on. You holding us up because I'm trying to put you on a new journey now. I'm trying to set y'all off on a new path. I'm trying to elevate you. I'm trying to give you what you've been asking me for. And the hardest thing for me to do was to let go. I didn't want to let go. I kept trying to hold on to something that wasn't meant to keep holding on to. Tiana, it's time to let go. It's time to let go this strain, baby. Because I was holding on to a thread. It's time to hold on. It's time to let go of this thread. Baby, you had a whole rope. You was down to a thread now. You know? So, I needed you to tell me this when I was taking care of my mother. So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. See, a lot of times we hold on and try to do stuff because we try to make sure that we is doing the right thing. I didn't want to do something to her that I didn't want nobody else to do to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I wasn't trying to put her in no rehab or no nursing home or, no, I didn't want to send her away. I didn't want her to be without me. Because, you grow up, oh, in the nursing home, they mistreat you and they don't, but for those people that told me this and they had somebody in nursing homes, they should have been shaming themselves for seeing that. And they probably was, because at the end of the day, for you to say that somebody is mistreating your loved one in the nursing home, then that means that you wasn't doing your part to make sure that they wasn't mistreated. I don't care what nursing home my grandma is in. Ain't nobody finna mistreat her. They gonna know who Tiana is, and they gonna know that Tiana don't play by her grandma. And that girl it was a girl that told me the other day when I went up in there on Friday, and that girl, she was like, she say, hey, Miss Frankie. She say, I see you sitting up in your chair. You looking cute today. I had, oh no. And then she said, and they came in here to get up out the bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. I told them, I don't know who did that, but they sure better get that right, cause her granddaughter don't play by her grandma. Well, she know that. I know a lot more of them know that. And that's what I want them to know, that Tiana don't play by her grandma. Tiana don't play by her grandma. Tiana go, and I don't tell nobody when I'm coming. My grandma don't even know when I'm coming. And that's what grandma say, tell me something. I know my granddaughter coming, but she don't never tell me when she coming. She just pop up. You dang right I'm popping up, because I would never tell y'all what day I'm coming. That way y'all have it looking good and smelling good and doing what you're supposed to do on that day. I'm popping up on the day you don't know I'm coming. I'm popping up. And I ain't coming at the same time. I am popping up. Cause I'm gonna see what you ain't doing. You ain't finna call me on the phone. I was on the phone when I was in the room with her one day, and the lady had called me from the facility, right? And I'm on the phone with her, standing right there with my grandma. She just talking all good, like she was in the room where she was at. And she was like, oh yeah, and she don't be wanting to get up out the bed, and she just want to lay in the bed. And yeah, she's doing really good and stuff. She's doing good in therapy. And yeah, but what she said, oh, when we get her up out of bed, she and get in the wheelchair. She don't want to stay long, but we do get her up. And I was like, oh yeah. Well, I had a discussion with them a couple weeks ago. I was in a meeting with them talking about all of this and what I expect out of them, and I left notes and everything so everybody can be on one accord. She said, oh, okay, you did. She said, oh, but you hear my throat, right? You hear my throat. Yeah, I had been sick and stuff, and I was getting out and all of that. No, she said, and I was out and I couldn't get around to call people to let them know, what all had been going on and stuff with their family members or whatever. But I'm glad to know that you got the issues resolved and all that. You got dang on right. Cause if I come up in there any day, and it ain't like it's supposed to be, she ain't got her hair combed. Her hair look like it ain't been washed. She ain't bathed. Her diaper ain't changed. She ain't got on no clothes. Her skin is dry, flaky. I don't care if her damn legs puffy or she can't shit. Somebody got to answer some damn questions, because at the end of the day, I tell y'all I told y'all everything y'all need to know about her. I got lists on this wall that I want for y'all to do for her every day. And then the girl gonna tell me, Thompson, yeah, I see you got your notes up there on the wall. I see you don't play. You got this down, you got that down. I say, yep, I wrote down everything she like and don't like and what I want y'all to do daily or weekly. And that's how I did it, because that's why I said I thank God for the time that I spent with my grandma, because God taught me. He taught me about her. I learned what I needed to learn about her, and that's why I had to go through what I was with. All of it was steps towards the decision I had to make as far as sending her away. But I thank God, y'all, that I had the time that I had with her, because I got to know her. I got to know when she's just complaining and when she really is serious. I got to know her. I got to know what it is that she don't like and she don't like. That way when she's away from me, I could tell them, oh, she's having this pain because of that. She can't have a bowel movement. This is what you need to do. She got, oh, this is what you need to use on her to keep her from rashing up. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for that time because I know her. I can talk for her because she can't talk for herself when she need to tell them what it is that what needs to be done, what she don't know about herself. I can tell them. Oh, I can tell them every single medication off the top of my head without looking at a piece of paper what she taking. I could tell them that. Can't tell you what everything is used for, but I could tell you what she's taking. I could tell you how many times a day that she's taking that. I could tell you what time of day that she's supposed to take that. I could tell you what she can eat and what she can't eat. I could tell you when she can't shit what to give her. I could tell you all that. But if I didn't have that time, I wouldn't have been able to tell them none of that. So I thank God for that. I thank God. I really do. I thank God for that because I am her mouth. That's why I say I am on a new journey now. I done went through the hardest of the hardest. God gave me that test. I passed it. I passed it. It wasn't meant for me to continue to be her caregiver. That's not what God wanted for me. Because God knew that I didn't want to be tied down like that. Even though that was my grandmother and I would have did it if God said, you know what? This is what I need for you to do. If God never wouldn't have opened the door, I would have known that that was my duty. And I said that. I told my mother, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, I told them. I said, I done did all that I can do to try to get her in. If there's no door open, that is God letting me know that this is what I need for you to do for me. And when God opened them door, it was one day that it wasn't open, but the next day I got a phone call. Oh, there's a door opening for her. So I knew that that was what God wanted for me to do. And once I made my mind up to do what I was supposed to do, that's when all the doors that were shut at home started opening up for her when I let her go. Everything. And it was way better plans that I was trying to make for her. God set up some better plans for her. She got way more opportunities now than she would have had then. You know? So I can't thank nobody but God. And at the end of the day, God is happy. He pleased with me. I know he is. And my grandma, for her to tell me that she happy, that only made my heart smile because that's another confirmation right there. Let me know that I did the right thing. She could have told me, oh, I don't like it in here. They just doing this or they just doing that. Every day I ask her, they treating you right? Yeah, they doing me right. You had a good day today? Yeah, I had a good day today. And it made me so good. It made me feel so good because she got her own self on the schedule now. She get up in the morning. She go and have her therapy. They come in and they put her clothes on early in the morning, sit up in the wheelchair, feed her breakfast. After breakfast, she go and have fun. Then she come back and later on she go and have fun again. And then by 4 o'clock, she ready to get in the bed. So then she gonna have her some dinner from bed and go to sleep. Y'all know how grandma is. Grandma like to sleep. But that's what she do. As long as she can hear my voice and talk to me, and I go and see her and visit her, my grandma happy. She know I'm coming. When I go and visit her, I try to take her things that she like. I make sure that she have all the snacks that she want. My grandma love her monkey junk. I went and racked up over $200 and some in food just for her. Just for her. She needed more chairs and, more cushion in her, in her wheelchair, because one cushion ain't enough. So she needed her some more cushion and just everything that she need to make sure that she is all right. That's what I'm going to do, y'all. That is what I'm going to do. I don't care what it is. That's what I'm going to do. And you know how you go in nursing home sometimes and it smell pissy. I ain't the one. Listen, I wasn't even finna have my house smelling pissy. So to keep her from smelling anybody else piss up in there, I put air freshener in her room. It's her and somebody else. But the other person that's up in there getting the luxury of the air freshener. Because I put that wall freshener up in her room. That way it smell good up in there. And when she get ready to go back to her room, she said, I'm finna go back home now. She comfortable. My grandma is happy. And as long as she happy, I'm happy. And that's all that matters. Damn what the rest got to say. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because people gonna talk. But I know I did a good deed. And God is happy with me. And I'm happy that I did what I did. I'm happy that I struggled. I'm happy that I cried. I'm happy that I felt like giving up. I'm happy that I went through everything I went through. I am so happy I did. Because you know why? At least I said that I did as much as I could until I couldn't take no more. I couldn't take not one more day. And I thank God that I stood strong and firm in what I believed in until I couldn't take not one more day. So, yeah. Stay on them. Don't let them slide. Oh, they ain't gonna slide. They definitely ain't gonna slide. Ain't no sliding. As long as I got breath in my body and a car to drive, baby. I don't care if I didn't have a car to drive. But as long as I got breath in my body, I'm gonna make sure she good. I am. Yep. I'm gonna make sure. That's what I'm supposed to do now. That's my job. That is my job. I make sure she's straight. I do that. And I always been that person that's gonna make I may not be the best babysitter, but I am the best damn provider. You hear me? I always been a good provider. So that's what I'm here to do now. I'm here to make sure she all right. Make sure she happy and as much as I can make sure she is, and just be company to her. Let them just keep a watch on her, and just let her know that I'm still here for her, and I love her to the death of me. I do. I love my grandma to the death of me. It wasn't nothing that I wouldn't do for her. Nothing. Nothing at all. I'm telling y'all. So if you in a situation like that and you taking care of somebody, do all you can do for them until you can't do no more, until you can't take one more day. Because at the end of the day, when you do it like that, you know that you gave your all and you did what you can do until you was done. God will never put no more on you than you can bear. And when you get like that, God gonna make arrangements. Because God know that you had enough. You done did all you can do. You pushed as much as you can push. See, her children ain't even did as much as I done did for her, y'all. And that's my aunties and uncles. But they can't even compare. And that's not even my mama, y'all. That's my grandma. And that's their mama. 80 years old, October 18th. And they ain't even did as much as I done for her within the time that I've been living here in Alabama. They ain't never. They can't even compare. They can't even compare, y'all. They'll never mount to what I did. Never. And I pray to God that, whenever the time comes, if she leave this world before I do, I'm gonna have to be the one to put her away. But I pray to God that God give me the strength to not cut up on them at that funeral. I pray to God give me the strength. I don't want to have to cut up on them. But if I have to cut up on them, baby, I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. I really don't know what's gonna happen. But we definitely gonna need us some security there. Most definitely. We're going to need us some security. Because I'm going to tell them about their ass when I tell you. I'm going to tell them. When I'm done telling them about themselves in front of everybody and don't give not two fucks about how they feel, I'm talking about sisters. Anybody that feel like they want to cut their eyes at me wrong, you better not crack your lips to say nothing to me. Because at the end of the day, when I finish with them, honey, they gonna want to lay their ass right on in the casket with her, bury all of them together. You see what I'm saying? So, and you damn sure ain't getting up in there, 'cause bitch, you ain't paid for none of that. So you better dig your own goddamn hole and get in it. So, but they don't want to mess with me. They don't want to mess with me because they gonna get their issue for real. They really is. They gonna get their issue, and I don't want to have to do that. I really don't want to have to do that. I don't. If it comes to that, when it comes to that, I pray that it goes smoothly. I'm gonna have to continue to ask the Lord about that. Lord, just let it be smooth. I don't want to be the reason to help somebody else feel good. And what I mean by that is, they know what they ain't did. They know. They know they ain't put no time in. Y'all, they know. So if they got the nerve to come to me, I could see them now. Because I knew that one of her children was gonna be the one to tell her that she, where she was at. I'm gonna tell y'all this. So when I first let her go, I had to send her to rehab. And so she went to rehab, but I knew I was gonna put her in a nursing home, y'all. I knew I did. But I know my grandma. I know her like I know myself. And I couldn't tell her that. Because if I would have told my grandma that, my grandma would have worried herself to death knowing that that's not what she wanted to be. She never wanted to be in a nursing home. But she only never wanted to be in a nursing home because she knew that people always said being in a nursing home, they mistreat you, they don't treat you right, they don't do this, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And so when she was in the rehab, she was so happy. She said, "Ooh, I like it here." She said they come in and they just so nice and sweet to me and stuff. And I say, "Oh, so you like it?" She told me, "Yeah, I like it." So by her saying that, in my mind, I knew what I was finna do. And I was like, "Oh, she like it there. She might like it in a nursing home, right?" And so, I went to go and visit her. She was telling me, she said, they came in here and they told me that I'm finna get ready to leave. She said, I'm finna get ready to leave out of here. I'm going somewhere, but they ain't tell me where I was going. I don't know where I was going. I say, Grandma, don't worry. See, I don't tell my grandma stuff. If I didn't say it yet, I don't tell her stuff because my grandma is the worrying type of person. Oh, yeah, I did say that. My grandma is the worrying type of person. My grandma will worry herself away from here. And if I know how I am, when I'm worrying about stuff, I don't stop worrying. It just bothers me so bad. I get that from her. My grandma is the same way. So I would have never did her like that and told her, "Oh yeah, I'm finna push." I didn't do that. What I was doing was, when I made up my mind to, you're not going to hurt them in my. But when I was going to put her in a nursing home, I wasn't gonna tell her that because but I did ask her. I say, Grandma, I say, do you like being in a room by yourself or do you want to be in the room with somebody? And she said, it'd be nice to be in the room with somebody. And I told her, I said, well, Grandma, I said, you is going somewhere. I said, but don't I say, don't worry. I said, I know exactly where you're going. I said, they not doing nothing to you that they ain't supposed to do. I said, I told them to do what they doing. She said, you told them? I said, yeah. I say, I told them to do what they is doing. I say, so don't worry about that, and I will see you tomorrow. I told her, I said, and I'm gonna tell you everything that's going on when I see you tomorrow. She said, okay. I did that so my grandma can sleep good. I ain't want her to be up worrying all night and be crying and nervous and all kind of stuff like that, knowing where she was going and thinking that I was trying to misuse her, mistreat her and just didn't care, you know. And so when she got there, um when she got there, me and my husband, we went there. And she had just got there, y'all. And I walked through the door maybe like 5 minutes after they had took her there. And so she was like, oh, they mistreated me, trying to put on her little tears, right? But like I told you, I thank God for taking care of her because I knew when she was putting on her fake cries too. And so she said, they mistreating me. I say, Grandma, how they mistreating you? I say, you just got here. You ain't even been here 5 minutes. And then she gonna cut her eyes at me and gonna smile. I said, Grandma, I said, they ain't mistreating you. So when they walked out the room, I got her together and I got her stuff together and all that. And so I didn't tell her right then. I just got her comfortable and all that. I definitely still didn't tell her that day. That's because I just wanted her to settle in and get comfortable. And so I was like, but I was going to tell her. I knew I was going to tell her. I just didn't want to tell her then because I wanted for her to get a real I wanted her to get real experience on how she really like it. Because I knew in the back of my mind, I said that if she didn't like it, I probably was going to have to let her come back home. Because I was not going to let her stay and she was going to be complaining or didn't like it. I knew I wasn't going to do that. I felt like I wasn't going to do that. And so maybe like a week went by. And I was like, Grandma, every day I was asking her, Grandma, how you like it? Grandma, how you like it? Grandma, how you like it? Is you comfortable? Is they treating you right? I make sure that she get up and, do stuff. Or if she needed anything, make sure you call them. Just like you called me at home, you call them. You let them know. If they don't do it, you call me. Checking up on her all the time and stuff, visiting her and all of that, making sure, within that week's time. So we ended up going to my sister's house. And my family, they didn't even know what I had done. And because I didn't tell nobody, because I didn't want for them to be the one to tell her. I wanted to be the one to tell her. So we went to my sister's house, and my brother had asked me. He was like, "How you like it with Grandma not being there?" I say it's better. It's peaceful. I'm getting back to myself, or whatever. Slowly but surely. And so, and I told him then where she was at. And so my uncle, which is her son, had called my brother one day or something like that. And I don't know if he must have asked my brother or my brother just came out and told him. But I'm gonna go back and read y'all comments in just a minute. And so my brother had told him where she was at. I don't know if he must have was talking shit on the phone with him or not, right? Now, mind you, this is her son. Okay. So I don't know if he was talking shit on the phone with him or not, but I know for a fact that he called her. He couldn't wait. Like I told you, I knew it was going to be one of her kids that was going to try to tell her where she was at, but I didn't want for it to happen before I told her, but it did. So he called her on the phone, told her, you know where you at? She was like, yeah. He told me something, yeah, you ain't going back home. Yeah, she done got that house and and was getting your money and done used you up until she couldn't use you up no more. And now she done got rid of you. Oh, she can't get nothing else out of you. If it was her mama, she wouldn't have did it to her mama. How are you so concerned about your mama could live in condition when you wasn't even the one to try to take her in? You couldn't even call her on the telephone to see how she was doing. You couldn't even call her on Mother's Day to say Happy Mother's Day. You couldn't even call her on her birthday to say Happy Birthday. When you do call her, you going off on her, telling her you ain't calling her no more and all kind of stuff like that, just going off on your mama. But then you want to be the first one to tell her where she was at and tell her she ain't coming home. Out of all people, even if I didn't know, you should have been the one of the ones to know. Even if you was that nasty, I don't want to hurt my mama like that. I don't want to do nothing to make. I don't want to say nothing to her to make her worry. But you was that very one, her child, to go and tell her, oh yeah, you ain't coming home. That's you gonna be right there. I don't know why you thinking you going anywhere, cause that's where you gonna be at. So she was like, so when I went to visit her, right? She was like, I'm gonna ask you something. She said, my you, I ain't gonna say his name, but yeah, he come calling me and telling me that I was in the nursing home and that I ain't going home. This where I'm gonna be at, and up there talking about you and how talking about some how you used me and all kind of stuff like that. See, she wasn't worried about that part because because she know that I didn't use her. My grandma know that she had everything and some. I ain't really got to go all into that, but she know that I never not one day used her for her money. She know that I didn't get this house off her money. She know that. First of all, how the hell did I get the house off her money? Bitch, you so goddamn slow. How I got this house off her money? First of all, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, uh, so she was like, I'm not worrying about that. Um, she was like, but he gonna tell me that I was in her nursing home. So that's when I sat there and I broke it down to her. And I told her, I said, Grandma, I said, I know you better than I know myself. And I know yourself. And I didn't want to I didn't want you to be worried and I didn't want you to be stressing about where you were at because I know you, and I know you, and I know that you thought the way that you thought about that's guilt talk, and probably more than that. He just wanted for her to be mad with me. That's what it was. He wanted for her to be mad with me, but she wasn't. She wasn't mad with me because she knew what I went through. And my grandma even told me when I had to do the things that I had to do for her, she was like, Tiana, this ain't for you. She said, I know it ain't for you. And my grandma had got to the point where she wasn't even trying to she didn't even want to tell me that she had done messed on herself because she knew that I had to come in there and change her. She knew that it wasn't for me. But I used to have to tell her, Grandma, just because I can't do this, I still have to do it. And you can't just, you know, mess on yourself and don't tell me or whatever. But anyway, so after he had told her all that, I went in there and I broke it all down to her and I explained to her where she was at and um I explained to her why I didn't tell her when I first did it and all of that because you know like I told her, I said, Grandma, I said, I know if I would have told you this as soon as I made the decision to do it and where you were at right when you got here, you would have been worrying and stressing yourself out about where you were at because you had in your mind that in nursing homes they mistreat people. And I said, Grandma, you know me better than anybody. I said, you know for a fact that I don't play about you. And I said, you know for a fact that I'm not finna let nobody mistreat you. And you know for a fact that if I had to do it, oh, they damn sure gonna do their job. You know? And so She was like, yeah, you right. She said, but I ain't worried about what he was saying. She said, cause I'm happy and I like it here. And that's when I had told y'all back then that grandma had told me that she liked it and she glad that I made the decision that I made and all of that. But I never told y'all everything with it. But that's when she had told me all of that. And I thank God for that because it's like God gave me the sense of what it was that I was supposed to do. But even though I did what I thought that I was supposed to do, I still was unsure about it. And the reason why I was unsure about it because all the while I had been waiting on her to let me know that she was comfortable. That's all I needed to hear was for her to tell me I'm happy regardless if God said this or God said that. I just still needed to hear out of her mouth, I'm happy. I'm comfortable. I'm glad that you made the decision that you made. And like she said, if I would have stayed at that house and in that room, I wasn't doing nothing there. I couldn't get no therapy, no nothing. My grandma know. She couldn't get no therapy. She couldn't get no nurses like she was supposed to. And she'll get a nurse one day, but then the next day she ain't got no nurse. And she be like, I ain't got no nurse today. And I'm like, nah, grandma, they don't quit again. Or they ain't sent nobody else here again, or they done made up another lie on us again, because that's what they was doing. They was making up lies. And I found out that I was wondering why everybody kept saying that I was making them do stuff they wasn't supposed to do, which I wasn't making them do nothing, because I didn't even want to tell them certain things that I needed for them to do or whatever, because I didn't want to be looking like I was just hovering over them. So I let them do what I felt like that they were trained to do, and then I'll go back in behind them after they leave to see if they did what they were supposed to do up to my standards. And if they didn't do what they were supposed to do up to my standards, when they came that next day, I told them. So now they know exactly how they're supposed to do it. And when it's something they didn't want to do, they'll go back and tell their boss I had them doing something that they weren't supposed to do, when there I was telling them what they were supposed to do already, just the right way. Like they might have put her diaper on her, but didn't put the cream on her, or they might have put the diaper on her, but they didn't fix her diaper. Like when I put the diaper on her, I don't just roll her one way, strap the diaper on, and roll her back. I'm gonna roll her from side to side at least twice, because I'm trying to make sure that her diaper is on her right. And I didn't just put a diaper on her. I used to use stuff in the diaper to help hold it better. Like a lot of people, you learn stuff as you do it. So I learned different things to help keeping the bed from getting messed up, to help from having to change the sheets every time they came. If you did what I told you to do, you wouldn't have to worry about having a mess when you came back. So you know, or whatever, before you even leave, you won't have to worry about having a mess. And so a lot of times when you get nurses, whenever y'all go through stuff like that, tell them off top what it is that you expect. And um make sure that you watch and make sure they do what they're supposed to do, because they is gonna have ass. It's hard to come by a good nurse that's gonna treat them like their family. And we only had two nurses that was like that, and and when they was from two different companies. One nurse that we had, I loved that woman to death. I did. That woman did her job and beyond within an hour's time. She did everything she was supposed to do. My grandma was comfortable. My grandma done had her bowel movement, everything. That lady helped my grandma out a lot. And then now, from the main agency, she had only one, but we had went through like four nurses before we actually got that one. And I believe the reason why that one probably was a good nurse was because, kind of find out, she was my cousin, and I didn't even know. she was my cousin. But kind of find out she was my cousin. And when we was talking one day and we was talking about family members and stuff like that, and she started naming family members that sounded like my family members, and kind of find out we was cousins. And so I believe that the only reason why she was good then was because me and her was related. But I never ran into a nurse that did what I did. I always was the best nurse. Always. I always was the best. I did, and so that's why I feel like that. That's why I say I'm not finna let them slack, because when I went into what I went to with my grandma, went into, being her nurse and stuff like that, I didn't have no training. I didn't have no experience. Nobody taught me this the right way and that's the wrong way. I didn't know. I learned from them just sending her home and, grandma, this what we gotta do. Grandma, this what we need right here. Oh, okay. So when I put the diaper on this way, okay, you don't like it like that. Okay, so I need to do it like this. So when I lay the bed pad down like this, okay, we need to double up, or we not might need to put three because she might have shit from the butt to the feet. Okay. When I put down that draw sheet, I don't like to have the draw sheet just tucked down from the butt down. I like for it to come up from her back, from her shoulders down, because when I do it from the shoulders down, it makes it easier for me to grab it and slide her instead of me having to roll her over, look for the sheet to slide her. So it's a lot of things that I learned just doing it. Never had no training. But so you think I'm gonna let them slack? And this is what they getting paid to do? And I wasn't even getting paid. I ain't have no kind of money coming in. And I told y'all that I wasn't getting no money for doing what I was doing for her. Her check that she was getting, her supplies was eating it up. After y'all had done sent the stuff that y'all sent, within a week's time, a week's time ain't nothing to go through a bag of diapers and some bed pads, wipes, soap. That ain't no time. You got to think how many times out the day that you changing diapers and bed pads and using soap and stuff. You got to think about that. So her check was eating up. I mean, her supplies was eating up that check. And y'all got to think about how much diapers it really costs. You think they high for children? Just imagine how much they cost for adults, along with other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, doing it for no money, I did it good. And that was my grandma. That was my grandma, and I love her true enough. But doing stuff like that, if you can, y'all, make sure that you try to get you some kind of assistance if you can, whether you're going to be paying you something in a way if you can. But I didn't take pay, because if I would have took pay, we wouldn't have had no nurses. And they wasn't even going to pay me enough to even do what I had to do around the clock with no nurses. I forgot how much I told y'all that they said, but they wasn't even going to pay me for a week's work. They was only going to pay me for 12 hours a week. Yeah, 12 hours a week. What is 12 hours a week? What is 12 hours? And then you get paid every 2 weeks. What is 12 hours? 24 hours, that's a whole day in 2 weeks. No, that's not even worth it. I might as well continue to do what I'm doing without pay, hoping and praying that we're gonna get us some nurses and stay and let it stay the way that it is. Because at least I was able to do what I did without pay, and having in the back of my mind, oh, I hope they send a nurse today. But if I would have took the money, I wouldn't have had no nurse to be looking for, because we would have been off the program as far as having nurses and stuff. So I knew I definitely didn't want that. But if you need to, get you some assistance where it helps you out, and especially if you ain't working and ain't got no income coming in, get you something where it's gonna give you a few dollars, because one thing gonna go up is that light bill. One thing gonna go up is the light bill. And the reason why I say the light bill gonna go up is because you got the lights on all day long. When you got somebody that you're seeing about, them lights constantly stay on more than they ever stay on, and you constantly washing, because you always got to wash up those sheets and stuff where they have been soiled. So, and you can't just let them sit, because if you let them sit in your house, then that's how it starts smelling. And I wasn't finna have my house smelling like on no nursing home. So I washed every day. Even if it was wet, I throwed it in there. I don't care if I washed that day and it's something, I changed her bed and it was soiled, I washed again. So, and that's why I was always have good to have lots of sheets and stuff. So try to find as many programs that you can get in, or whatever. If y'all have programs that will help you get stuff, try to find that as much as you can when you is a nurse, because I'm telling you, when it comes to seeing about somebody, it gets expensive. It really do. And if you ain't got no support system, you're going to be on your own. And the only thing I can tell you is just keep on praying and asking the Lord to show you the way and give you the strength to continue to do what you're doing. Because if you ain't got no reason to do, if you feel like that you don't want to continue to do what you're doing, but you know that you don't want to let it go, let them go. Do it from your heart and do it out of love. That's what kept me pushing, y'all. I kept on doing it from my heart, and I kept on doing it out of love. And another thing that kept me from giving up was I was afraid that I was going to disappoint God and not complete my and not and not pass and not make it all the way through that storm that we was in, because we was going through a time in our life, and I felt like if I would have gave up, I would have gave up on the assignment, on the job, on the storm that I was supposed to complete. And like when you give up on hard things that you got going on in your life, that don't mean that it's over with, because it's just started over, really. You just started it all over when you give up. Or you know what I'm saying, you may be close to the end, and you done gave up before it was time to give up, and now you know you still got to keep on trucking until it's over with. You only prolonged the time that storm was supposed to last. When it only was supposed to last a couple months, you done made it last maybe a couple years. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep on pressing your way through until you know that what it is that you got going on, the job is done. And that's what I did. I kept on pressing, kept pressing, kept pressing, kept pressing. I don't care how many days that I cried, wanted to give up. I didn't give up until I knew that it was time to. And I feel like when I gave up, I wasn't giving up then. I didn't really give up. The time was just done. It was done. I was just holding on to something that I should have been let go. And I couldn't just fathom the thought of just letting go. I couldn't. So I just kept holding on, and love is what just kept making me hold on. Just and that's what I did. And so when I finally let go, it was time, and I felt good. And if you let something go and you feel good immediately, it was already time for you to let go. It was already time. It was just you. Sometimes we keep ourselves from moving forward, from holding on to things we ain't got no business holding on to. God be want to move you on and moving you on to the next phase in your life, or the next best thing in your life. But we just so stuck on the old thing, we can't see what God got for us. We can't see what we've been asking him for. We can't see that we constantly praying about something, but we praying instead of, and not giving it to God. You got to pray and give it to God. Let God have that thing. But we don't know how to do that sometimes. But when you finally make up your mind, when you pray and you seek out what it is that you asking God for, you keep your eye open, your ears open, you paying attention to everything around you and watching how things is probably getting worse and worse and worse and worse after you done prayed about it. It's getting worse because that's God's way of showing us to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You can't hold on to this no more. It's out of your hands. It's out of your control. And so God gonna make your situation uncomfortable. He's gonna put you in an uncomfortable situation. He's gonna put it where you ain't gonna be happy. He's gonna put it where you're gonna be frustrated. But he's only doing that because that's what he have to do to show you, let go. Let go. And when you let go, it's like you feel that whole load just lift up off of you. And you just feel better immediately. As soon as you make up your mind and you stick to what you say, you feel better immediately. I'm telling y'all. I know. I know this not just from this time, but I know this from other times. But every storm that you go through is never the same. But the same feeling that you're going to have is that pressure of that discomfort, you know, it's just like, you know, you need it's like that feeling of, you know, you need it, because in your mind, and when you feeling the way you feeling, you know, you gonna feel like, I need to let it go, but you just holding you making yourself not let go. But when you feel like that, it's time. Stop questioning yourself. That's God trying to show you, let go. Even with kids. Sometimes, you know, you do stuff. Be trying to chastise your child, right? And you praying to the Lord and telling him what the problem is. But then now your situation is getting uncomfortable. It's like that child just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. You know there is a resource for your child, but that's not what you want to do, because you as the parent and you want to try to get them right. Sometimes things is out of your control. Sometimes you got to take that extra necessary step that you need to take to help them. Even though you feel like you may be a bad parent by doing it, but sometimes you have to do that because everybody is the same. Nobody learned the same, and some people is tougher than others. So you have to give them the worstest of the worstest in order for them to open their eyes and see. That's how God do with us. We wonder why a lot of people, they go through things in life, and some people go through stuff worse than others. That's because God have to chastise his children differently. He can't chastise us all the same. Maybe a little slap on the wrist is enough for me, but locked up is enough for somebody else. Locked up is enough for somebody else. And like I try to tell my husband, see, my husband, he love to watch IDTV and like to look up people that don't went, you know, stuff that happened in the area, people that went to jail and what's going on in the neighborhood and stuff like that. My husband like to watch stuff like that. But me, I'm this type of person. I've never been the one to try to like take sides on nothing, and I always try to see stuff for what it really is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people see it like, oh, they went to jail, they got locked up, you know, doing time for example, somebody he know, the guy to him seemed to be a good guy, whatever, right? And he was supposedly in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I'm gonna tell y'all this before I lead up to that. So the guy came to my house one time, and when I'm this type of person, God gave me a gift of discernment. I see stuff in people that I don't know if that's part of discernment. I'm gonna just say it like this. I see stuff in people just looking at them that somebody else can't see. And I don't know what gift that is that God gave me, but God gave me a gift to see people for what they don't show you. Or I don't care if it's good, bad, sad. I see it all. I could just see it and I can feel it. And I can't help it. It's just something that it's just a gift that God gave me. And I don't know what that gift is, but I know God gonna reveal that to me once I give my life fully to him. God gonna show me what that gift is. But I could see it. So he came to my house or whatever that day, and they were just all sitting out there. And when I looked at that, and when I looked at him, he seemed like the innocent type. When you hang around him, quiet, don't mess with nobody, don't say nothing, just to himself. That's what he seemed like, right? So when I looked at him, I just seen something else. And I told my husband, when they all left, I told my husband, I said, babe, I said, you better watch him. The guy ain't never did nothing to my husband, ain't never did nothing to nobody, no nothing from what I know and maybe from what my husband know. But I told my husband, I said, babe, you better watch him. I said, because it's something about him that ain't right. I said, and people like that, you gotta watch. So, maybe like a couple months later, something had ended up happening. So he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm just gonna say maybe. But he was actually in the car with somebody that they went and I don't know if it was a drive-by or what, but they went and killed somebody, right? And my husband say, that's messed up. That man, he ain't never did this or he ain't never did that. He wouldn't do that to nobody, or you know what I'm saying? And like I told my husband, I say, baby, I say, you can't say what people what somebody won't do. I say, you don't know him like that. I said, but remember when I had told you what I seen in him back then when he came to our house? Remember when I told you that? I said, now look what done revealed itself. I said, now he is facing probably life in prison behind a trigger that he didn't even pull. You know what I'm saying? But he was with those people. And Bay trying to say that the guy didn't even know. He probably didn't even know that that's what they was going to do. I said, but what if he did know? That's just his alibi saying that he didn't know. I said, but what if he did know that's what it was going to do? We wasn't in the car with them to know. I said, but one thing about God, and that's when see, that's why I was telling y'all that my husband don't like to talk about, crime and all kind of stuff like that with me, because I started telling them what God loves, right? And what God does for people, even though us being family or friends or somebody seeing this happening to a person, right? But God is going to come save you. That's how I see it. God gonna come save you from destruction, right? So, like I told my husband, I said, God ain't did nothing to save that boy. That's what I told him. I said, because something worse could have happened. And I was like, ain't no telling what kind of trouble this boy done been in before he actually had to face some time like this. And God probably kept giving him warning after warning after warning after warning, and nothing was teaching him. But God was trying to save him from what was to come later on. And so that's why he locked up in prison, because that's his punishment. That's his punishment. But God saved him. That's just like we was looking at TV one night, y'all. And we was, I think it was last week sometime. And babe was like, I want you to watch this, I want you to watch this show right here. That's messed up. That this man, he been in prison ever since he was a teenager. And they still won't let him out. I forgot what it was. And they still won't let him out. He's still trying to get out of prison because he was with somebody that had killed this man. He was like, but that wasn't even part of the plan. Only thing he was doing was driving the car, right? Okay. So I told Babe, I said, just because he was driving the car, that does not make him less responsible for what happened to somebody when he was there. I said, how you know that man didn't know that he was going to kill somebody? How you know? And he driving the car, he had to take the person where they went, And I know things does happen sometimes, all out of no control. Because I mean, the friend that was in the back seat could have not liked this person or whatever, but he could have pulled that trigger, and the guy that was driving didn't know that that's what he was going to do. But everything I sat there and I told Bay about how God chastised that man that's locked up in prison right now, that man turned around and said everything that I had just said and told Bay, and now he want to sit there and look stupid. And I said, I just told you that. I said, that man right there see that for himself, the reason why he in prison. But he still want to get out on the fact that it wasn't his fault. He know that he wasn't trying to, hurt nobody. So what happened was, they was and then on top of that, another thing that made me say what I said was because I told Bay, I said, Bay, I say, look what they did, look what they was doing right before they killed this man. Y'all, right before this boy pulled the trigger on a man, hours before they was out robbing people. Standing out, they just pull up on people and was just robbing people. And I said, babe, I said, God was trying to save that man from the lifestyle that he was living. I said, because he was a young teenage boy at the time, robbing people, doing the stuff that he was doing. He wasn't going to live a long life doing that. So God had to set him up to, in a place to get him away from that lifestyle he was living, because he wasn't trying to change from who he was. He only was getting worse. If you ask me, he was going to continue to get worse. So y'all went from trying to rob somebody that night to leaving, and I want to say they must have followed. No, because they was going down the road, right? They was going down this neighborhood. When they made it to the neighborhood, it was a car that turned into the driveway. So they thought they was going to be able to exit out the neighborhood, but they couldn't exit out the neighborhood. They had to go down to the dead end and turn around. As they was turning around, it was a woman coming down that driveway that the car had just pulled into or something like that. But the woman was coming down that driveway and walking out there to the road where they was at, having a discussion with them. And it was three or four guys in the car. So while the woman was leaning over in the window on the passenger side talking to them in the car, whatever, she was asking them, don't I know y'all from somewhere? But what made that woman walk out there to that road, I don't know. But come to find out, the woman walked out to the road, but not only was she just a random woman that walked out to the road, she was a escort or something. But she was already at somebody else's house servicing them. And like I told my husband, I was like, if you at the house servicing somebody else, how can you go out there to the road and try to bring somebody else from that you don't even know, that you just met a few minutes ago, to come up there and you gonna service them too at somebody else's house? How you do that? But then something happened when they made it up the driveway. No, how it was supposed to happen was something happened when they made it up the driveway. And then kind of find out it was a guy that was in the garage, because they went in the garage, and it was another guy in the garage, and that was the guy that she was servicing, but she was bringing somebody else up there. So one of the things that the guy had mentioned in the end of the video, he said, I'm going to tell y'all this, that the man that pulled the trigger don't know, that I'm going to say, and was never said in court. He said that we was all we none of this would have never happened that night. He said, I ain't looking at the camera because I'm trying to remember everything that was said verbatim. Anyway, he said none of this would have ever happened that night. He said, we would have just got in the car and left. But basically, peer pressure is what probably made the guy pull the trigger, because the guy that pulled the trigger was the fun type of person, but he was also a show off as well. And he was one of the ones that be ready to fight when it's time to fight too. But they would have left. But the driver, the one that was telling this story, said that if he never said, because when he was coming back down the driveway to get back in the car, the man flipped him off or something, right? And The driver said to the passenger, the guy in the back seat, he said, "You gonna let that man do us like that?" And when he said that, that's when that boy pulled out his gun and shot that man. So that's why he, in a way, he feel responsible for what had happened, even though he didn't pull the trigger. He was like, if he never said that, and I was like, boom. He was peer pressure. That's what happened. He was peer pressure to kill that man. You know how these young kids is. Oh, are you weak? You weak because you ain't doing this, or you weak because you ain't doing that. So he was pressured. He felt like he had to prove a point by doing what he did, not thinking about what he had done, because he let that enemy creep in and take over. And that's what happened. And that's what happens when you let the enemy step in and take over. You allow the enemy come and steal, kill, and destroy your life. And that's all he there to do. He's not there to make you change your mind about what you want to do. He's there to influence you to do the wrong thing. He's there to encourage you to make the wrong decisions. He's there to, if you want to kill yourself, he gonna tell you, yeah, that's what you need to do, because you worthless. You ain't nothing. Don't nobody love you. Don't nobody care about you. You never gonna have nothing. You never gonna succeed. You never gonna grow. You never gonna be nobody. You never gonna this. You never gonna that. You always going to be alone. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to find nobody that's going to love you. He's always going to tell you stuff like that to make you feel like taking your own life, kill, steal, or destroy. And that's what he's going to do. He's not going to try to do anything to make you do anything right. So that's why you got to have that. That's why you got to be strong and have some kind of, you got to be strong. You got to be strong. You got to, that's all I can think of. You got to be strong. You got to be strong when it comes to thoughts like that in your mind. Because when you start getting depressed and you start crying and you start feeling down and you start feeling like you just by yourself and nobody's there with you, and you just you just can't be, or you just miss this person or miss that person. I'm glad I'm talking about this too. Because this is a perfect time to talk about this. But when you find that, you just feel alone and you just don't want to keep on going, that is the time that the devil is going to step in and play with your mind. See, that's how the devil gets you. He comes in and into your mind, into in your way of thinking. When you at your lowest point, when you feel like nothing, when you feel like you just can't go on, when you feel like that you want to give up, that's when the devil come in, because that's when you at your lowest. That's where you're not your strongest, where you can say no, where you can't say, oh, I ain't gonna do this, where you can't say, but you got to find that strength within yourself to say, no, this is not right. I'm not going to do nothing to harm myself or nobody else. Because as long as you give that devil that power, he going to take over. And he going to make you do things that you don't want to do. He going to make you do things you don't want to do. That's just like the devil tried to creep in on me one time. And I'm not ashamed to talk about this. And I done told y'all about this before. I was so low one time. I was sitting in my room on my bed at the other house that I used to stay in. And I was so down and I was so out and I was so hurt and I was so depressed and I was so stressed and I was so all of that. But as I was sitting there in my bed, it was a thought that came in my mind that I know for a fact that I probably would have never thought to myself, but it was about me and my family. And it was and it was something in my head told me to write down everything that you feel. Write down everything that you feel, how you feel about them, what you want to say to them that you never said, and all of that. Write that down. And whenever anything happens to you, they will find this note and they'll know how you felt about them. And once I snapped out of that, I thought to myself, I said, I believe the devil was trying to make me write a suicide note. And what if I would have failed through with that? And because it sounded so good to just write a note, just write a letter and express everything, how you feel about your family, how much you love them, and all this and that, everything that you want them to know that you can't tell them or you never told them. Write it all down. And whenever anything happens to you, they'll find it. And like when something happens to somebody, they start going through the stuff and all of that, and then they start finding pictures, they start finding diaries, they start finding this, they start finding that. So I guess that's how they were supposed to find it, right? But the devil tried to make it sound sweet. And so once I snapped out of it, I was like, no. I believe the devil was trying to make me write a suicide note. Because what if I would have went through with that plan and wrote that letter, and then next thing you know, the devil probably would have took over my mind, and my body would have been doing stuff that I didn't even know that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I pull it, and I probably and he probably would have walked me to that kitchen to go and get a knife to kill myself right there in the house where my grandma was at in the other room. You see what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, I'm laid down on the floor dead because I done killed myself, so they think. But that was the devil that took over my mind. I let him creep in and let him do that to me. After I done wrote this note that I was just, oh, so, you know, writing because I just feel this way and I just want them to know. But whenever I die or whenever anything ever happened to me, then they'll find this and they'll really know how much I cared about them, how much this or how much that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was supposed to be. But what if it would have turned out to be something else? You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I say you got to be careful when you get those funny thoughts in your mind. Pray. Ask God to take those thoughts from you. Ask God to cast those thoughts to the pits of hell. Ask God to not let no harm come up against you. Ask God to protect you from all enemy and harm and evil. Ask God, because I'm telling you, if you fall short, He coming. He is coming. And He ain't going to have no sympathy, no pity for you, because the only thing He's there to is to destroy you. Exactly. 15 chapter verse 33. It's all safe out there. Association should always base your opinion on the Bible. I don't know about that. I don't know what you're saying. Saying your intuition kicked in. You gave a good life at your home, and now you are helping her have a good life at nursing home. I have so much respect for you, Tiana. Thank you, Miss Meredith. Right, Tanisha. Good-hearted people can't help but care and possibly become attached, but no one should go into this field just for the money. I agree. Um, and that's probably true, and that probably definitely is true. Um, you probably shouldn't go into this field just for the money. See, I can't even answer that question. I can't even agree nor disagree with y'all on that. And the reason why I say I can't agree nor disagree about nobody should come into this just for the money, because you never know nobody's situation. And just because a person may have come into it just for the money, doesn't mean that they don't have a good heart. That's just like you going out and get a job. You go out and get a job just for the money, but just because you work in a job just for the money doesn't mean that you're not a good person or you don't have a good heart. But you got to do what you got to do so you can survive. So you found out, oh, if I do this, I can make some good money. But you showing your good personality even through making good money, and you making good money through your good personality. But so yeah, I can't say don't go into the job for the money, because it's a job, but we can't help that y'all learn to like us because of who we are. So, and a lot of us, you know, doing it for money. But you get people that's attached to you. That's just like me and Shayna mama. You know, she come and tell me that, you know, she passed and stuff. I would have never thought that I would cry over a subscriber. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought. I would have never thought I would have that much emotion over a subscriber, somebody I never met, somebody I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I never knew, but as you get into this and you do it, you get attached to certain people, you know? And so you you can't really say that. Just like people say, just like I was saying, I can't agree with, you know, you can't say that, you know, people get into this and they change when they start making money. Of course you're gonna change, but are you changing for the good or are you changing for the bad? You know, it's one way or the other. So that's how I see it. So y'all can't be mad with people just because they start changing when they start making money. Of course they gonna change. You know, I know that there probably going to be some changes with me. I know for a fact there probably going to be some changes with me, because one thing about it, I'm gonna be able to do a lot of things that I can't do right now. I don't have money like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can go and I can start adding on to my house, but somebody else probably see that, oh, that house already big enough. It's just you and your husband, and y'all don't need to be adding all that to y'all house, or y'all just painted y'all house what y'all painting for, or what y'all doing this or what y'all doing that for. It's gonna bring along some good changes. But that's why I say, it's all on the type of changes that they making. Is it good or bad? But don't be mad because a person is doing good and well off and they able to buy themselves Lamborghinis and, you know, whatever they want to buy, and they can go and buy them $1 million houses. Or me and my husband, we just got this house and I decide, oh, we don't want this house no more. I'm gonna sell this house and we gonna go and get us a better, nicer house in a better neighborhood. We got to grow. We got to grow. And you can't be mad at a person that's trying to have something and do better and grow in life. Because if it was you in that person's shoes, you won't want nobody else to talk down on you, because you can have nice things now. You can do more things. You could take more trips. You can have, you know, more different type of foods and stuff like that, expensive foods, and you know that everybody people gonna be mad at you because they can't have that. So don't 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 be like that. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of somebody that's doing good, especially when they came from the bottom and they at the top. You know, well, if they doing good and they still positive, and you know, just let them be, y'all. Let them be. Don't tell a person down, because you just don't know how long it took or what they had to do to get where they at, and now they there. They got to try to maintain that, you know. And in order to maintain that, they may be doing something a little bit different than what they were doing when they first started YouTube. So you know, you can't stop being judgmental. Stop being That's why I say I can't that's one thing about me. That's why I think that's why I don't really like people like that. It's because people is just so judgmental, and I be wanting to be me. I be wanting to be free. I be wanting to do what I want to do. I be wanting to say what I want to say. I be wanting to just enjoy myself the way that I enjoy myself. I be wanting to be a big kid sometimes. I be wanting to be goofy. I just be wanting to have a good time. I just be wanting to have fun. But sometimes you limit it to that because of what people say. I always got something to say. That's why I like being with who I like. Who I like. I like who I like, and I love who I love, and I thank you for the one that saw that in me. She said one thing I love about you, Tiana. You love those that love you, and that's just how I am. If you don't love me, you gonna get the 9 times out of 10 when it was the old Tiana, and I'm working on that, being better. But what you give me is what you get back. I'm not gonna be nice to you and you ain't nice to me. I'm not gonna be friendly with you and you ain't friendly with me. But if we was in the same presence, if we was in the presence of one another, if you don't I'm like this. If you don't care for me, and I don't care for, or if I I'm gonna say, if I don't care for you and I know that I have to deal with you, I'm never going to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm never going to make you feel uncomfortable. But there's times that things may, if you make me mad or something like that, and some of my mind, it just might slip out, or I just might say it because I'm going to say it. But as far as me making you feel uncomfortable because I don't like you and I have to deal with you, I never do that. That's just not me. That's just not my heart. I can't do that. I can't make people feel unwelcome. That's just not me. But when I love somebody, when I like them and I attach myself to them and I'm clingy. So that's why I don't cling to that's why I don't that's part of why I don't befriend a lot of people because I'm clingy. I'm definitely clingy. I am. I know that by myself. When I like a person, when I really like you, I am clingy to you and I can't help it because I'm just a loner. And so when you a loner and you finally trying to find a friend, that they help get you out. They help and then I'm also an outgoing type of person, but I am a loner and I sit home, but I'm outgoing. But when I find somebody that I can go and do things with, oh, we going. We going. You is my reason to get out and do more. See, I'm also the type that I don't like to do a lot of things by myself, but I'm trying to get out of that, because I'm an introvert. I like to stay home. As well, it's crazy, but that's me, y'all. That's me, and sometimes it's hard to deal with you a outgoing person but you an introvert at the same time. Hey, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I am I love to go out of town. I love to have fun. And I love to entertain. But like I said, I like who I like. I like who I like. I don't put myself around no anybody. I don't because my way of thinking is so different from anybody else. Like my mama, she can sit and have a good time with anybody. But me, I can't because I see stuff in people. I feel stuff. I could tell this way and that way about you and all of that. And I can't help it. That's just me. So Tiana, maybe you misunderstood what my point was, but it wasn't that I'm mad at any. No, I ain't say you. I ain't say you mad. I ain't say you mad now at anyone. I'm a work in progress myself, and me being mad is not the person I am. I just don't like when family and friends. Okay, so you ain't finished. I've changed for the better, and family and friends are mad at me for nothing. I am at home. I am a homeowner. I've been with my husband for 9 years, married for 3 years, and not the same person I used to be. Right, and you won't be. It's always good. It's hard work. It's work hard for it. All the general speaking, I don't know what you were saying. A lot of people change for the money. I've never been mad or upset because of people changing. Oh Lord, Tamika done got mad with me. She was going in, child. Okay, what you say? A lot of people change for the money. I've never been mad or upset because of people changing. But most of the time it's not for the better. I love seeing people doing good. That's being a hater because I've changed. Yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying. As long as they change for the good. Not saying that because, like, I wasn't saying that you was mad at nobody, but I do hear a lot of people, when they do say people change for the money and stuff. I was just basically putting out there. Don't be mad at a person that's changing for the good, but if they change it for the bad, if you don't like him, then the best thing for you to do is not disturb your spirit and stop watching them. If you don't like something that a person is doing, stop watching them. That way you ain't got to be the one sitting back talking about them. You ain't got to be irritated. You ain't got to be aggravated. You ain't got to be about them. Just don't watch them. My husband is my best friend. We do everything together. And see, me and I ain't gonna say me and my husband. My husband, my best friend too. But see, me and my husband, we don't do everything together. And me and my husband, we have that type of relationship where I allow him to do things that he want to do, and he allowed me to do anything I want to do. He allowed me to dress how I wanted to dress. He allowed me to wear my hair the way I wanted to wear my hair. And we don't do everything together. We don't. We give one another space. And so I can't say we do. I can't, and you may not mean everything by that, but some people they do mean everything. We ain't like that. We don't do everything together. We don't. And if he don't want to do something, he ain't finna hesitate to say he don't want to do it. But it a lot of times, like, if we could do more stuff together, I would. But a lot of stuff you got to have, the money to go and do, as far as traveling and trips and all kind of stuff like that. You got to have the money to do that. So you got to be creative and think of the little small things that y'all can do together, where you ain't got to really spend much money to do. That's the type of stuff I really like to do. And I be seeing people on Facebook, they be talking about, oh, is $50 enough for a date? To me it is. It just a show, because if we can set up us a nice day on a beach or at a park and have us a picnic, or just go and have us a walk, and after the walk we could just sit down and just talk, and have us a little snacks, or even if we was to just go to the park together and play us some games, or even if you just want to play Uno, or if you know what I'm saying, like, those little small things means the world to me, compared to somebody that's out there taking trips together and trying to look like they happy and they really ain't happy. What is the little small things that you do together that counts the most more than these trips? Because you got, to me, in a way, sometimes people do stuff like that to entertain one another, because they're not entertaining in the little cheap things. I was so happy and content without me and my husband movie night, child. We had went to McDonald's and shared a 20-piece nugget and two medium fries, child, and shared us a slushy from the Kangaroo, and went and watched some movies all day at the movie theaters, and I was happy, and he was too, and he made me feel good. My husband, I never did nothing like that before. And my husband, he had never done anything like that before. And my husband, who was like, I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed, being out all day, watching movies, at the movie theater all day. That's something that I never did before. And that made me feel good, because my creative thinking was like, babe, we finna go spend the whole day at movies today. They cheap today, and we finna go the whole day. We could have been at home watching Netflix all day. But it's just the thought that I put into it, that made it that much more special. So, yeah. Tiana, I know exactly what you're saying. Okay, Tiana, my husband. Oh, yeah. I think. Thanks. I could. And Tamisha, say that again. Tamisha, please don't think that I'm going against anything that you're saying. I agree with you on things that you're saying. Don't think that I'm just, every time you say something, I'm going back to back. But that's the part of communicating and seeing how other people does things different as well. Just because you do things one way, that doesn't mean that I do it the same way. I'm just coming back with ways that I do stuff. So don't get in your feelings, because I know sometimes it does seem like that. Dang, I just said it, and she like, oh, I do this like that. Like, it's just conversation. If I just have a small inning with my boo, that includes dinner that we both cooked and movie night at home. I'm grateful for that. Exactly. Hell no, not everything. LOL, but but like having picnics, going to the bar and shooting pool, etc. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and that's nice, because that's just spending time, quality time, just quality time. It's y'all, women just like that. We got to have that time. Well, I don't know all women, but I know a lot of women like that. You got to have that time with your spouse. I mean, if you ain't got no time with them, I don't know what to tell you. And you might not be getting the most time, but if you're getting some, that's better than none too. You know. I know that's right, Tamika. Don't judge others on what you think is going on. Exactly. That's right. But yeah, y'all, I enjoyed y'all today. We've been on here for a long time today. And child, I gotta get, what time is it? finna go. Y'all done held me on here all this time, but I enjoyed y'all talking though. Right? It's a lot of people that makes it look like everything good, but behind closed doors, it's not the same. I know people personally, but don't none of my business. Don't none of my business. But ain't none of my business. All right, yeah. But they makes it look good. Yeah, people do make it look good. And I ain't finna be sitting here and pretending like, well, I ain't finna say that neither. I ain't gonna say that neither. Because if me and my husband was rocky or something like that, that'll be between me and him. You know, I might come tell, this little bit or that little bit. But I don't think I be, telling all that. But it is your business or whatever. It is your business. And I wouldn't be putting it out there if me and him was rocky like that. We'll just have to work our way on through that thing though, because the opinions of a lot of people is something that you do not want to put in your marriage, in your relationship. And I learned that a long time ago. A long time ago. You can't put everybody not in your marriage, your relationships, because some people some people is not open minded to working things through. You know, you got to know whether it's worth you staying or leaving. And if it's worth and sometimes even if you don't know if it's worth you staying or leaving, you know, sometimes if you feel like that's what you need to do to find out whether you look stupid to somebody else, then that's just what you got to do in order for you to know um whether you're making the right decision or not as far as your relationship go. But putting everybody in there, family and all that, even family. I ain't even talking about y'all. I'm just saying even family. Sometimes you can't put them in the middle, because when you start putting family in the middle of your relationship, then they start disliking them, and then y'all happy again and they still mad with them. It makes it hard. And then it's almost like tug of war, because you got him pulling on one arm and you got them pulling on another arm, talking about you need to let it go, but you in the middle knowing that you want to stay, or you confused and you don't know what you want to do, but you want them out your business and you can't keep them out because they pulling on one side, he pulling on the other, and you trying to keep a happy medium, and it ain't gonna happen. So the best thing for you to do is keep folks out your business as far as relationship goes. So, but sometimes, now if it's things that, you need advice about and you want to talk about, or you feel okay with, putting it out there, you need advice, then that's a different story. Because I mean, at the end of the day, who's to judge you because of the decision that you want to make and the life that you're gonna have to live, and the person that you want to lay down with, when they ain't the one that got to lay down with them. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: when enough gets enough, oh, you gonna do what you supposed to do, cause every dog get tired, you know. So, and every dog got their day. So, but until that day come, you gonna be a fool until you get tired, and that's just any relationship. I don't care who you is, man or woman. When you get tired, you gonna do something about it. So everybody can say what they want to say about what they feel about your relationship and what you need to do and what you don't need to do, but it don't matter what nobody say until you make up your own mind. And they can say what they want to say, they can talk how they want to talk and all that. You just talking till your damn face turn purple, because you ain't gonna make a person make up their mind just because you said do this, or you said don't do that, or you said don't take this, or you said that they a good person, or you said, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you say. It don't matter. Advice is always good, especially when it's positive. But sometimes a person puts stuff out there too, you know, just because they be venting, or just because they just be venting. They just need to get it out. They really need to get it out, or they feel like if they put it out like in that way, maybe it may open that person's eyes, in a way, so yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna keep going into that right there, because I'm finna get off of here. I ain't finna start now another conversation with you, honey, because we about to go on we about to start a whole conversation on on something, child. And we ain't even finna go there, okay? All right, y'all. But I love y'all. I enjoyed y'all today. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh yeah, with another it's gonna be a live video tomorrow. I'm gonna have to I gotta cook dinner tonight. But it's gonna be a live video tomorrow. And I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all. Peace, love, and many, many blessings to each and every one of y'all. Y'all pray for one another. And yeah, y'all be encouraged and be good people. Be good people. And if you don't like somebody, y'all try starting today. If you don't like them, don't watch them. And if you do, be as supportive as you can in all kind of ways and any kind of way that you can to whoever it is that you like to watch. Be supportive. I don't care if that's to leave a comment, that is to hit the thumbs up, the like button, share their video. Let them know that you is their support system, because a lot of times going into YouTube, and I can say this for myself, I didn't have no support, not from my husband nor my family, and I ain't finna sit there and act like I did, because I didn't have no support from them, one of them, and they did not watch my videos like that. So having that support from y'all means a lot to YouTubers that ain't getting support from their family. And that be the main ones that you think gonna be there watching your videos is your family. But it don't work like that. So anyway, peace, love, many, many blessings to each and every one of you guys. Until the next one, this your girl Tiana, gonna be me. Y'all be blessed. And y'all have a wonderful day. And yeah, I'm gone.